What up in the web? We back. We took a rest last week. We didn't give two fucks. We didn't let y'all know nothing because we don't give two fucks.
Okay,
But
sure.
we in here in the building tonight. We in the building tonight. And is this gonna be a credible night tonight? I just feel it. Just like the Raiders gonna beat the Chargers on Monday. It's gonna be incredible tonight. And you don't have to hear my mouth too much tonight either, because we got incredible people, and we're gonna go out with our guests. My man TK9. What's up with you, G? You
Yo, what up, bro? Appreciate you having me, man.
know what I'm saying? And then we got Zink. Zink. I don't know. Zink ain't no goddamn guest. Zink is
No.
part of us. So I don't
No,
even know I'm
Zeke
calling
come
Zink
on whenever you
not a
want to come
fucking
on.
guest.
He come on whenever you
And
want to
think
come
about it is, y'all
on.
don't know. This shit is free for all, and y'all can talk about anything y'all want to talk about.
Bet.
You know, saying we got
Bet.
money. We got money in here. Money flip
It's good.
was good. With
Nope.
that he got his $15 million motherfucking chair that baby Cody steals
Hey
every
man.
day.
Hey man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
I
get my
can't say nothing
clown
about
on
that one.
tonight. Fuck you, punk ass
Yeah,
motherfucker.
shit.
And
Okay.
then we got
Gotta get
Vodka. That's my man. Vodka took us to the door today in Halo Infinite. Boy was in big team battle. He got in that damn truck and he ran them motherfuckers up. That's
Vodka was
what it
carrying
is.
y'all niggas. He was
He
carrying y'all.
carried
No.
he carried me a day. He
No.
carried me a day.
No, I
He
did.
carried
No, I
me in that
did.
one
No, I did
match.
kill two motherfuckers in the war
No,
with one
he
sniper
ran over
bullet. I
five
did do that.
motherfuckers, then jumped out and gave a $150 to two. I'm like, I'm here watching, like I was trying to shoot him. I get you know how you know when you just get an assist. You say assist. I'm like, what the fuck? This motherfucker is ready. So that's my partner. That's my partner in Halo. And then we got my man Other Zinc. My man Other Zinc is the king, one of the kings of
The learned one.
greatest game of the world.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
hey
let him
man,
talk.
I'm just happy to be on to represent the chat. Y'all know that I'm on here for technical support. You know, representing people like Rain
Yeah, he gonna be
G4
touching.
and Vodka and I. We get in it sometimes on other chats, and Vodka created a new term. And I'm glad Vodka came along, man, because he pushes me to the other shows that I miss. And like E-Rock, and I ran into a new guy today that I didn't know, this Unlimited guy. He was
Oh,
in rare
Lemon.
form.
Shout out to Lemon
Hey,
Production.
man,
Unlimited
that dude,
E-Rock
production.
crazy
Yeah.
ass.
hey,
Shout
that
out to
dude
E-Rock
showed
crazy
up.
ass. E-Rock
You
is
should
on
check
his
out.
term.
Everybody should check out
Shout out.
TK9's
Yeah,
channel.
Oh
I
yeah.
am.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Like
yeah.
that's why I wanted
I watch the
TK9
TK
to
channel.
start it off here, because he has a show, so I want to hear what he has to say, and we could go with that.
I wish you
Hmm.
brought PlayStation 5 in the chat because that motherfucker be cutting up. That
Oh,
motherfucker talking about I don't know who my father is. All I know is his name is one. That that crazy.
What's that? What's
No,
that?
that's
Yo, what
crazy.
up,
well, man,
Slayer? What up, Slayer?
whatever y'all wanna talk about, y'all can talk about this free. This free for this Xbox Live.
That shit.
Yeah, let's go get him, man.
All
Let's go
Get,
get
get
him.
him,
Go
Xbox
ahead,
Live.
get him,
I
Zay.
TK.
bring up
Kick the
anything. I don't
ball
give
right.
off.
two fucks.
Oh shit, kick the ball off.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
Hmm
Oh
bet,
shit.
bet.
It's
So,
football season.
so
Yep,
like,
and you can say names and play, and you play. You already know you play games.
oh
So
yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, for me, I mean, hey, yo, Slayer, what up, bro? Cause I know Slayer. I know Slayer's cool with K Mega. Yeah, can we name drop? Can we name
no,
drop?
you
Yeah.
can say anything
Yeah,
you
you
want.
should.
Hmm
Oh shit!
Don't give a
All right,
fuck.
I do.
all right. Look. All
I
right.
do.
So look. My boy Slayer. I fuck with Slayer. I ain't got no problems with Slayer.
You call him sick. You call him
Y-
sick.
That's my
You
boy.
call him sick.
yo,
You call him sick.
yeah. I fuck with. Well, no, I gotta still call him Slayer, bro. I gotta call that
Okay.
nigga
Okay.
Slayer like Halo, nigga. I
Okay.
gotta call that nigga
Oh
Slayer.
shit.
But yeah. So like, I had posted a set with me and Kate Mega or whatever, and when I had posted the set, like I was thinking like everything was cool. I saw, I saw he was an Xbox content creator, and this is low key a problem that I do have with the Xbox community. Now, look, I love the fucking Xbox. The Xbox shits on PlayStation is look hands down, right? But one thing I will give the PlayStation community, I feel like PlayStation supports their content creators a lot more than what the Xbox community does. Like, so like for me, when I see, like whenever I see somebody new or I'm introduced to somebody new, I'm I'm always like the first one to sub. I don't care if you got 2 subs, I don't care if you got 100 subs, 1,000 subs, whatever like that. I found K Mega. I was like, yo, shit, damn, I didn't know he was a YouTuber. Let me sub to him. Like, the first time I saw he was doing a video was it was either yesterday or the day before yesterday. He had did a podcast. So I went in the podcast to show love or whatever, right? Now I don't know if he was salty as fuck because of the ass whooping I gave him in the shit, but this nigga just kept ignoring me. And like, look, man, like Vodka know how I am, Slayer know how I am. Listen, hey yo, you don't want me as an enemy, bro. Like you do not want me as an enemy. So when I saw he was like constantly ignoring me, that shit got to me. And it's like, because I come from that I come from old school gaming. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't on no, I ain't like I don't like that soft shit. And if like if you do got a problem with me, I mean, you need to address this shit. But just the fact that he was ignoring me, bro, that shit like pissed me off. So I more so on my podcast, I'm gonna be talking about that. I did some more research on it, and I see it's a couple of people who do have problems with K Mega or whatever. So yeah, it's a couple people I'm about to start going after, yo. Like niggas know I go after people. It's gonna be some Xbox content creators I'm going after. It's gonna be some PlayStation content. I mean, niggas know me for mainly going after PlayStation content creators and shit like that. But it's some Xbox niggas that's on my list, bro. Like he might be one of them. He ain't the first one. I gotta get on Boomstick Gaming, Mr. Boomstick. Yeah, I gotta look. There's a couple.
Hey,
There's
hold
a
on.
couple.
Hey, can I hold on? Hey, TK,
Yo.
TK, allow me. Let me jump in for 1 second.
All right.
Okay. Now that you brought up Boom, cats know, man. Sleepy Goblin, I saw him in the chat. I used to be a regular on this dude's in this chat. I started getting pissed when all of the. I don't mind if a Sony guy come to somebody's show. A lot of people do it, but
Right.
when you let them spout bullshit, that's bullshit. Call them out. And
Facts.
I know it's a lot of bit gamers, and I don't want to mix them up, but this guy, Mr. Bad Bit, a Puerto Rican guy, maybe if that could distinguish it, because it's black, white, and Puerto Rican people that have bit in their name, but it's
Right.
Mr. Bad Bit, and he have I forget the name of his PlayStation show, but he always undercut the Xbox, and when nobody would check him, and when I would check him, Boom would get, don't talk about my panel. So I'm like, fuck, I
Yeah.
don't need this shit. So, I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. And this one guy asked me, why did I stop going to Boom Show? I said, because, they don't call a spade a spade. You could
Right.
talk all the shit you want, but if you could come at somebody and we can't come back at them the same way, that's not a fair fight,
Facts.
dude. That's not
Facts.
fair game. And I was going to say this to Lemon. And Lemon played, I guess he played a lot of basketball. And I'm that, so people know exactly who I am. I'm that kind of guy. I could play too. I'm that kind of guy that when I came home from college and my college career was over, I could play. I'm the kind of guy that will go to the court. And you guys, if you guys played at the court, this is back in the day. You guys go to the court, you'll see that those kids or those teenagers or young 20s, they'll have the whole Michael Jordan uniform on. I'm talking about the 23 jersey, the pants, the socks, a ball, a sweatband, wristbands, but can't play dead. I get
Facts.
up to the court, I call winners. Nobody ever picked these guys up. I'll pick one guy that's like me that could play. The next 3 guys are those bullshit guys that nobody will pick. We battle, we run the court. I stick up for the guy that won't speak for themselves or can't speak for themselves. Like, what's the guy that the Crap Gamer and a few others railroaded out of town? Shannon Loftus. So when Shannon finally fought back, they were like, "Hey, we're that McDonald's, Chick-fil-A type server. What the customers right? We don't want that here. Okay."
Right.
So now you can't say anything. So now you want to fire Bonnie Ross. Fuck that. Hey, I got winners. I'll stick up for this chick. Okay. Because if you want to talk about something that was going to go, it was Halo was going to go. And she was like, hey, you know what? I'll take this shit. Bungie left, but hey, I'll make it work. Without her, we don't have installation 00 Vodka
Oh
telling
hell
us
no.
the Halo lineage, because his group is the more learned of the group. All right, but that's a roundabout story of what I do. I don't
Right.
I don't like it when you call for somebody's fucking job and they're 100 times smarter than you. Like me,
Mhm.
I love the fuck out of math, dude. I love math. Okay, but my math can't fuck with Livewire's math. Okay, that's stupid people's math. He's over here trying to calculate to send this rocket over here to the moon. All right,
Yeah,
fuck that
listen.
shit.
That nigga.
Okay, no,
That's what that noise
I,
is.
I
That noise in
that's
the
that's
background.
that
That's live.
that's
That's
that
live.
new
That's
math shit.
live.
That's that new math shit. So even though I know math like that, I don't know math like that. Okay,
Right.
so when you have a podcast over here talking about firing Bonnie Ross when this bitch put this shit on the map and assembled this team to give us what we have today. But I'll follow up with that later on, man. But I had to jump in when you jumped in on Boomstick because I actually liked his show
Yeah, that's how I
until.
was. That's how I was because I try to support everybody. Yo, like whether I
Yep.
mean like how I am. Trust, I prefer the people who still like who kind of deliver the same energy like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Hmm.
I can watch a Boomstick or like a Randall Out Thor too. You know what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
they
Oh,
might not be my
Oh, you know
preferred.
that.
oh,
Yeah,
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 oh,
hold on,
like
hey, TK, could I
yo.
allow
Oh
me?
yeah,
Could
no,
one more
yeah, yeah,
time?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I feel
And
wounded.
these guys know I jump on Rand's ass, and I got some Rand shit for you. Because
Right.
Rand is that chief fence sitter. Okay. And even though I don't like how he sits the fence, I could tolerate him. It's
Yeah.
like going to battle with your high school rival or even a college rival if you play long enough. You really go in deep. Okay. But when you see each other at the club, hey man, hey, what's up? You respect that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rand sit the fence so fucking much. It pisses me off. And he always try and keep that crowd like what you saying. Hey, I got to get at some of these people. I got some shit in here for Rand.
that's why
Okay.
Yeah.
he's one of the people who got called lukewarm.
Lukewarm. Well, I ain't even gonna say he lukewarm yet. His ass ain't room temperature. Nah, dog. Nah,
Now,
no, he ain't room temperature.
now,
Go ahead, TK, man. I ain't gonna interrupt your show no
Ladies and
more,
Oh
man.
gentlemen,
no,
Go
bro,
ahead.
X
Go and get him.
Bucks
bro, you
ask
good.
no
We
game.
freestyling. We
Let's
freestyling, bro.
go.
So that shit
That's what
don't
we
even
do.
matter, bro. But no, yeah, like you were saying with him, like when I first got on, I started taking YouTube serious like maybe about like 10 months ago, right? I was from Twitch. So like all of my Twitch shit just used to get uploaded to YouTube. That's how I used to treat YouTube. Then
Mhm.
I was like, you know what, yo, let me start, like let me see what I can do on YouTube or whatever. Like, let me see how YouTube is. And when I first got on YouTube, I'm trying to find certain people to watch. Like, I'm finding King Thrash and shit like that. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, cool, cool. Which King Thrash is a dumbass, but he a funny dude. Like, I give him that. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Damn,
a
man,
funny
I
dude.
hate to keep interrupting this guy. Hey, man, hey,
You good, bro?
look,
You good? You
yeah, when
good?
I
You
when
good?
I jumped in the green room, y'all were talking about next gen show, and I
Right.
tell you what, man, at the beginning, hey, at the beginning of that show, people say, hey, you got to get this headset, or you really not experiencing the game. Hey, I play on 7 speakers, 2 subwoofers, and when they
Oh,
play that song from Post Up when he's going at King Thrash,
boy, yo,
listen.
yes.
Hey, bro, I turn that shit the fuck up, and I stand up, and that song is rocking,
You
boy.
talking about the
That
one where he
bitch
be like
rocking
fucking around
in
table, I shoot
here.
around the table and spit on you niggas and walk
Hey,
around the table.
I'm
Yeah,
standing the fuck up. Anyway, man, I'm gonna stop interrupting you. Go ahead with your show.
hey, nah, Post up killed that shit, yo. Post up
He
killed that shit,
murdered
bro.
that shit.
Yo, X, he killed that shit, yo.
Golly, and it
But
don't get old, man.
nah, it
Shit,
don't, it don't. Like,
mm-mm,
and
not
me and
at all.
Thrash, we done had our like one-on-one talk. Like Thrash
Hmm.
looks at me like a problem. So Thrash, he was like, yo, I'm gonna try to come at TK9 different. We actually had like a one-on-one talk on like
Hmm.
PlayStation. It was just kind of like, yo, nigga. Yo, I mean, that's the side you rep. This the side I rep, my nigga. I mean, shit. He was pretty much like, nigga, you entertaining. I was like, nigga, you entertaining. We just don't fuck with each other. Point blank.
Hmm.
Period. Nigga, if we
Got
ever
it.
do cross again,
Hmm.
nigga, it's going down. But that's what it was with that. But with the boomstick, nigga, like, yeah, I was, like I was in his channel a couple times and shit like that, like watching the podcast. I comment, and this is what I'm talking about with the Xbox community, what I feel like they don't support, like
Hmm.
other Xbox content creators, like the PlayStation community do. Because
Hmm.
I would be in the chat sometimes, and like I don't want to be that nigga. Well, at that time, like I was kind of new working on my YouTube. So I'm like, yo, damn, hey y'all, little content creator trying to grow. I think my shit funny. Check me out. And then you go
Hmm.
back and you see nobody subscribed to you and shit like that. But it's like, yeah, okay, that's whatever. But I was in boomstick shit for a while, like listening to, like multiple shows and stuff. And it
Hmm.
got to a point where I was like, oh, okay, like I would try to check that bad bit dude. He was like the dude who got the Spider-Man
Oh,
shit, right? Yeah,
yes.
yeah, 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 yeah. And this nigga Boomstick would come at me like I was the problem. And I'm like, yo,
Yeah, like
my
you
nigga,
cussing them out or
what
something.
the fuck? I'm just trying to correct what this nigga saying because
Right.
he would try to throw those like low blows. He would
Yep.
try to give you a
Hmm.
backhand compliment. Like,
Hmm.
and I'm like, my nigga, why ain't you checking this shit, my nigga? You just letting this
Hmm.
shit go. So it was
Hmm.
one time this nigga Boomstick actually called me out. It was like, listen, TK9,
Hmm.
listen, man, I don't want to have to ban you, but you going. I'm like, nigga,
Hmm.
what? Right?
Hmm.
Like, hold up,
Yep.
like ban me, nigga,
Yep.
ban me.
He
So,
did the same thing to other Zinc. Yep.
so what pissed me? So I stayed away from the show for a while,
Hmm.
right? Like I stayed away from the show for a while, and then the other day I actually went into his show. Like, shit, I think I was heading to work, and he was like the only nigga on. I was like, let me see what the fuck this nigga talking about, right? So what pissed me off was this nigga was talking about fighting games, bro.
Hmm.
And now I compete in fighting games. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And like, I think the gaming community is like how it is, and gamers are the way that they are right now because they get their information from the wrong people, right? You would
Absolutely.
literally have people now. It doesn't like you could check my shit. I've competed at Evo. I've been in tournaments. I done fought with some of the best players in the world.
Oh,
It's
you a
crazy
problem.
that it's crazy that the community would rather go to somebody like a Boomstick, a Dreamcast guy, and shit like that
Oh no.
to get a review on a fighting game.
Hmm.
Or to it's like, my nigga, why the fuck is you listening to what the fuck he thinks about this shit? But it was like the information
Hmm.
that he was delivering in his podcast. It's like everybody got freedom of speech. But when
Hmm.
you're talking about something like you really know what the fuck you're talking about and you don't, that's when I have a fucking problem.
Damn, man,
Because
I
like,
hate interrupting you, man.
yo,
Damn.
come on, bro. Come on.
Golly.
Come on.
Look, man, this dude. Hey, look, here it is, man. And you know, and 100 of them know, especially Vodka and Flip Money over here. He say, "Other Zinc, don't go play that game. Don't fuck with Vodka and play that game. You
Oh
know,
my
don't
God! You
play
ain't gonna
Black
talk about my
Desert.
Black
You
Desert,
know,
nigga.
but see,
No.
Man, you almost
here's the
saying that
thing.
shit.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. TK, they play so many games
Mhm.
that when they talk about something that you're proficient in, you immediately know they don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Facts.
And then they try and hold up a statue of writing or something and say, look, this is what a fan I am. Dude, that ain't telling me shit. It's like when Baka and I listening and he said, look what a fan I am. I have the Halo helmet. But you don't know shit about the damn lore of the fucking game.
Facts.
So you don't know
I
shit
hate
because
that
you
shit.
too busy playing other shit. Nobody can. Don't say anything about Gears, okay?
Mhm.
Because I
Listen,
play
can,
this
can
shit
live have a
every
live
day.
moment right now? Live
Go
have a
ahead, get
live
Uh-oh.
them.
moment. All right.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This
This
is
shit about to
like
get real fucked
when
up.
when
Uh
when a
oh.
Hey,
gay
hey,
man tells
hey,
you,
Oh
hey, Flip.
shit.
We said we gonna
no,
sit
no,
back
listen,
tonight, right? We said we sitting back
listen,
tonight, right?
Yeah,
listen.
I don't got nothing to
This is
say.
Oh
I'm just
shit,
letting that
nigga.
man do what he
I
Okay,
ain't
got to
got
gotta
say.
shit
hold
to
on to
say.
something.
I already
I
know
ain't
what
holding back. I
it's
ain't
your
holding back.
show.
All right,
Go ahead, Lyle.
It's
I
your
Shoot
gotta
my
hold
shot. Go
on
ahead,
to
listen,
Lyle.
listen.
something.
This is
I'm
like when
sitting
a
back
gay
drinking
man
on this
tells
scotch.
you, I love women because you could see my wife, but you know that nigga's gay because he be over
Right.
there at the spot.
Right.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
Wow.
talking. That's the
this
hey, good point.
motherfucker.
That hey, he hit the nail on the head. Hey, TK, man, go ahead, man. My bad. Go ahead.
Hey,
Go on with your fighting
hey,
analogy there.
hey, bro.
Oh
Look,
shit,
hey, you
God, man,
really
you
listen.
A1.
Look, oh my boy A1
Mm-mm.
up in here. What up,
And now
A1?
you ain't one, he the shit.
Yo, A1, A1
He
a
need to
real
Hey
get
one
man,
on
too,
hold
here.
on.
bro.
We
Hey,
gotta get
hey,
him
hey.
on here.
Hey, hold on. Let me put my finger on this right here. Hey, TK, I don't want you to forget about your fighting analogy. But Emmanuel A1, this nigga here. I remember one time I was going at it with somebody in the chat on Iron Lord's podcast.
Oh,
This is some time ago. Hey man, I was going tit for tat with whoever this was talking this shit, right?
the
And
free R.
whoever
Kelly.
it was worse. Whoever
Oh,
it was, I was knocking their ass down. And somebody on the panel, now I really like the Iron Lords, but somebody on the panel suggested that they were going to time Other Zinc out. And Emmanuel A1 said, what? If y'all time out Other Zinc, I'm out of this shit. I'm jumping out. And one of the guys was like, no, we're not doing that. But he jumped out and said that, man. I was like, wow.
Yo, yeah, A1 a real one, bro. Like
Yeah.
A1, he was fucking with my channel when that shit. I mean, when I would fucking like do live streams to like 4 people. You know what I'm saying? When I was like doing live streams to like 4 people,
Hmm.
like A1 was like one of the dudes in there or whatever. You know, so
Hmm.
like I would like yeah, I really do fuck with A1.
Hey, I want to ask you this one question so I could get you back on track with your fighting
All right,
analogy.
all right.
How old are you?
33.
Okay, so you're not old enough. I thought you were one of since when you said fighting, hey man, back in the day at the arcade.
Oh, bro, I was
Now,
at the arcade. No, hey,
no,
don't
but he talk like you talk.
no,
You know a lot of shit about some shit that
no,
that I
no,
thought you
bro,
no,
was old.
bro.
I was
A1.
like,
Listen,
you look
TK,
listen,
young. And
no.
I'm
listen.
like,
No,
he
listen.
seem young, but then
I
he
was
know some shit that
9.
he don't got no
Listen,
business knowing.
listen.
Uh-oh.
I was 9 at the arcades, bro. I was just like me and my boys was just talking
Hey
about it.
TK, let
Like,
me set this up. Let me set this
alright,
up. Now, what I'm talking about is like we had this place around here called Friar Tuck's. Now, it
okay.
ain't shit but legends up there playing Mortal Kombat at this time. This is like 30 years ago. Okay. And
Damn, that was
you put your quarter on the machine. And of course, all the quarters look the same, but you know your quarter. And you know, at this place, it's like, hey man, don't fuck with my quarter. You
Right,
know.
right, 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 right.
Now, when I got up there, I played with Scorpion. Now, I immediately got my ass whooped because I couldn't fuck with them. Okay, these jokers were next level, but I'm here, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw my hat in the ring. I'm gonna get my ass whooped, but at least I was there.
Right.
But are you that dude that stuck your quarter on there? Is like, hey man, don't you touch that quarter? That's my shit.
Right, facts. Look. So when I was going to the arcades, right? So, when I first started, I was like 9 years old because my first like fighting games is what got me into gaming. Me and my mom, she used to take me to Soaps and Suds,
Oh
and
shit!
she'll give me like $1 to get like a
Stay at the
snack.
arcade all day
No. Look,
with a
at
dollar.
Soaps and Suds, the dollar was to get like a snack from the snack machine, right? But I took
Hmm.
that dollar one day and I said, man, let me get some change for this shit, right? So
Right.
I went to the back and they had Street Fighter, they had Street Fighter 2, they had Pac-Man, and they had a pinball machine, right? Now, man, I'm about like 6 or 7 at this time. Motherfucker, I saw Chung Lee. doing them
Mhm.
doing them legs, and I
Leg
said,
kick,
I
yeah.
got a boy, shit. I'm about to play with this bitch, right? So I got my ass kicked, bro. I got my ass kicked, but I was playing with Chung-Li. Like,
Mhm.
and what ended up happening was like, so for the arcades that we had this one called Timeout. We had Tilt. We had it was kind of like a golfing place, but it was also an arcade place. It was like called Putt
Mhm.
Putt golfing games or
Yeah.
whatever. We had that shit. So like my sister, she was like 5 years older than me. So when I was around like 8 or 9, I used to always go with her and her friends to like the arcades and stuff like that. And at first, I mean, you know how it is, bro. Like back then, you had to get to the arcades early to train.
Yep. That's
Like
right.
because you didn't know what the fuck you was doing. So what you would do is you would take a quarter and put it on one side, and then take the other quarter and put it on the other side and try to like practice shit. That's how you had to find out like what your character could do.
Mhm.
So by the time I got about like 10 or 11, nigga, I was fucking people up at the arcades, bro. Like I was like that
Mhm.
little motherfucker, like fucking people
That
up.
they
But
hated.
yeah,
Mhm.
because hey yo, I used to do this thing too. I'm glad I broke out of it. But when I used to play, I used to jump up and down. So
Yeah,
like
you
I
can't
was
do
like,
that no more.
yeah, no, oh
Mm-mm.
hell no, 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 I've been broke out
Mm-mm.
of that, but
Mm-mm. No.
but but just
Mm-mm.
imagine being like that teenager or that grown ass man getting your ass beat by
Mhm.
by like a little 10, 11
Mhm.
year old jumping up and down at the
Mhm.
arcade shit or whatever.
Mhm.
So but yeah, I was there, bro. Like
Was you
and
button mashing, or you was really
no, no, no,
going
no, no,
into it?
no,
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 he
no,
was
no.
whooping ass.
I was whooping ass. Like, because what happened was when I was 9, it was this one dude. He was probably about like 14, and he was the one who taught me how I need to get better at fighting games for the arcade. He was like, "Yo, stop, just wasting your money fighting these dudes because you're not learning shit." So he was like, "What me and my boys do, we just wait until it's an open arcade." And we just put our quarters in each side and we, kind of work on moves and shit. Now at this time, I didn't know what the fuck frames was, but I was learning my moves. I was learning my moves and stuff like that. So that became a problem. Now,
Mhm.
when a lot of the fighting games start coming to consoles, like the PlayStation 1 and shit.
Mhm.
The fighting games was on like Sega Genesis and shit like that too.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
but like for me, when I started learning, like kind of like, oh, okay, this is how like I could like apply pressure, and, like frame
Mhm.
trap somebody and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It was with the PS1. It was like
Mhm.
legit with the PS1, and it
Right.
just started growing from there. That's why when like I play against people in fighting games, I'm like, listen, if you're trying to fight me in fighting games, just know it's going to be a different level. Don't be expecting that like, oh,
Mhm.
me and my boys around the way used to, do this little pass the
Right.
controller type
You
shit.
about to
No, it's
get
gonna
this
be,
work.
yeah, you about to get fucked up. You about to be
Mhm.
thinking this low tier character is godlike. Like you
Mhm.
about to be saying like, yo, this bitch need
And see, TK, all of this stuff you talking here, and when they hold up a statue of a fighting character and say, "This is what a fan I am," they're not. They don't know what you know.
yeah,
They
facts,
just don't. They don't know what
facts,
you know. And then people listening to them, I'm like, nah, this is not what it is. So
yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, yo, facts, and I just feel like a lot, like not even just dealing with fighting games, but it's just like like when I look at YouTube, you just see so many people getting their information from the wrong sources. Like,
Hmm.
I will never one thing I would never do, and I never do it with my channel. One, I don't try to cover shit that I don't like anyway, right?
Right.
Because I feel like you should be getting that information from somebody who actually really
Right.
do like that shit, right?
Right.
But it's so many people who get their information from the wrong fucking people who
And
don't
then they
know
repeat
shit.
that shit. And
Yes, yes.
then you got cats that have 100,000 followers and they getting this wrong ass message too.
Facts, bro.
And that's why,
So
hey,
you know what it
Vodka
is?
said, hey, that's
You,
why I
you,
say
you,
Vodka and I say 100's channel, Flip and Live. This is for the more learned, the more intelligent of the community, because you're
Right.
going to get something that's not over there. You just not.
other
It's
thing,
like
you
when I
just said
first
it.
came. Go
You
ahead.
just said it. They go up there. Listen here. They following
Oh
people
shit!
that have long.
Mm-mm.
They have
Let me
a
pour
lot
me a
of
drink.
subscriber. No, no, I'm not gonna go crazy, not yet. But I'm just
No,
saying
go
they're
crazy,
following
Flip.
people. They following
You
people
don't want to do
that
that.
had. You don't want me to do that right now. Trust
You
me.
don't want to do that
Listen
right
here.
now.
Hey man.
They're following people that have a lot of subscribers. So to them, they God to them. they must know
Mm-hmm.
something. They got a lot of subscribers. That's what a lot of these people go off of. Not
Mm-hmm.
knowing
Yeah.
that.
It tells
I'm
you a
gonna let
lot
y'all
though,
continue
Flip.
before I get deep.
It tells you a lot. You know what I mean? Because when you look at a man that tells you, you know, I get my advice on what the best steaks are from a vegan, I look at him like,
Right,
you's a dumb motherfucker.
There you
What
go.
Facts.
kind of shit? What is
Facts.
right,
going
Mm-hmm.
on?
right,
Yo,
You
right,
listening to this motherfucker?
my
Like,
dude,
look at all you
right.
been eating
my
burgers and
my
you
dude
talking about
on my
I'm gonna
podcast.
listen to you.
Bro, on my podcast a couple weeks ago,
Oh,
I was telling people, I
oh
was
shit.
like, it's like when the new systems had came out, right? Now you got some people who've been with Xbox like for all of the generations. Like I'm one of the people who's been with Xbox for all of the generations. I know there's other people out there, and even if you
Mm-hmm.
ain't been with Xbox for all the generations, it's a lot of people who was with Xbox One last generation, and they know what the fuck they
Mm-hmm,
talking about. They know what Xbox has to
Mm-hmm.
offer, right? But when the
Mm-hmm.
new
right.
consoles came out, you will see a nigga like TV Cookout Dad unbox the Xbox Series S or X, and this nigga have like 5 million views. It's like,
Yeah, he ain't lying.
He said
yo,
TV cookout there.
You
He
know
ain't
what?
lying.
He's not lying.
damn.
He's not. You know what? You know why I know he's telling the truth? Because
I saw that
everybody
shit myself.
on this panel, everybody on this panel have seen someone that you never
Damn
seen before
motherfucking no.
make
I
an unboxing of
God
Xbox or
damn.
PlayStation. I
Hey,
have
Flip.
seen that. I have seen that.
Oh
I
Hey,
shit.
Flip.
literally seen a guy that was outside on the grill talking about what's going on, everybody. Let me show y'all what I just built. Y'all saying me and my
Oh
daughter and my son. I'm like, yo,
gracious.
do this dude just had a spatula in his fucking hand, and he unboxing the fucking Xbox with it. Like, what the fuck? Yo, I said,
Man, I
yo,
gotta
I
give
had
him the
to see
Bajoran
Man.
that.
clap for that, boy. The
hey, bro.
Bajoran
Hey,
clap
Yo.
going on
hey,
right
hey,
now.
I'm
hey,
already there.
He get the
I'm already
hey,
Bajoran
there,
clap
Baga.
right there.
I'm already
hey,
there.
Yeah.
Hey,
hey,
Baga.
hey,
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 Baga.
hey,
No,
Flip.
Baga. Hey, Baga. Look, hey, Baga. Look, Baga. Baga, I'm already there.
Oh
I got
Hey,
you
hey,
Shit.
Flip.
the
Hey, Flip,
majority.
but we
Yo.
the
This is the majority
motherfuckers,
hand
though.
clap.
Hang on, but
Backhand
Flip,
Hey,
we
and
the
I
motherfuckers, though.
appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, bro.
God
Yeah, but
I
Flip,
damn.
know it.
but Flip, but Flip, we the motherfuckers, though, right? When we
Oh
sleep,
yeah, y'all some
we
motherfuckers. You got
we
Right?
the
that right.
motherfuckers. We call
Yo,
That's
Right.
right.
everything. We call
Yeah.
everything what the child, what they say, the child of God and all that other shit. Flip don't even
Yeah.
believe in
oh,
God.
facts.
God told me that I'm supposed to be an Xbox guy, and if
I
I say
believe it.
that, I'm gonna die. So
Hey,
you better believe it.
Hey man, and you know,
hey,
and
hey, hey,
TK
hey, there's some truth to that. I was on the
and
bus one
TK.
day and the Xbox symbol was on the side of a house. The sunlight hit it. It looked just like the button on the
Man,
middle of the Xbox controller. That's when I knew I had to give me an Xbox. It's true story. I'm not lying.
like
I
they
put that
call
on my mama
they
kid.
call
I put that on my
they
mama
call out
kids.
the
yo,
bot so much.
yo, facts.
They call us bots so much. But I ain't
Oh,
told
yeah,
you I was
that's
finna go kill
shit.
your
That's
mother.
crazy.
Yo, yeah, facts.
I don't want to sleep with your brother. I don't want to do none of that other shit. I ain't said none of
Hey,
that. We
I ain't
ain't
saying
said
none of
none
that
of that
shit.
shit. But
And you
listen
you
here, though.
guys sitting there and we'll say some stuff, but they can get away with it.
Yeah.
But see, when we
It's
go on the
bomb.
interweb and we talk about it, we the bad guy. So I said, well, fuck it. I'm the
Bomb.
bad guy. I don't mind being a villain. Fuck them punk ass
This,
ponies. I don't
this
give a
how
fuck.
I know. This how you know
Raggedy
when it's
ass,
work.
bitch
This how you
ass.
know it's work. Look at
I'm
this.
gonna
This
hit
is how
their
you
ass.
know when it's bad. This is how you
Man,
know when it's bad. You
I'm a
see that?
motherfucking. Hey,
Did you
Flip, what
see
I
that?
told
Look
you
at the
what I'm gonna
screen.
do. I'm a
Look,
dog
hold
walk
on,
their
bomb.
ass.
Look at this, bomb. Look at this. You see this? This is how you know when gaming get bad. What this dude
Oh
is doing?
damn.
Look at this shit.
Oh wait a minute.
Hey,
Wait. We
Look at
gotta
what he
hold up. We
doing.
gotta
Is
hold up
that
on
nigga
that.
What he
Colin?
doing?
Is that nigga Colin?
Yeah. Yes.
hey,
Oh,
Yes.
hey,
bro.
What? Yes. What is that right
Yo,
there? What is that
it's
next to
all
him? He
there.
got
It's
Jergen
all
lotion.
Oh, he got
there.
the
bro,
Jergens lotion in the damn
He
bro.
PlayStation
got the
5.
Jergen
Oh
lotion right
damn.
there. Look.
Yeah, you damn
hey,
fool.
He got the
hey,
Jergen
Hey,
lotion and a
hey,
PlayStation 5.
Is he
hey,
blowing in
hey,
the
hold
car?
on. Hey, hold on,
Shit,
guys.
bro.
Hey, I gotta say
it's
something real
all
quick.
there.
I gotta say two things real quick. First, on what we're talking about and what TK started. TK started a lot of shit here. Earlier, earlier today, I was on with 100 Flip Vodka and a few others, and I told them, and you know, it's not to to jock him, you got to give credit to where credit is due. I told him I wouldn't even listen to anything if it wasn't for 100. I mean, things would turn me off if I couldn't come on here and say what I had to say because it's too much to put in the text, man. And it's and today was just a great day because I went on what did we jump on in the comment section today, Vodka? Whose show was
Oh,
that?
you would,
Sega Man's?
yeah.
Take it, man.
Jumped on Sega Man's channel because of Vodka introduced me to them about a month ago. And I heard a great podcast about some Xbox jokers that were shooting some fire. And I see Dirt Griggity is in here right now.
My boy Dirt,
And
that motherfucker a celebrity. That's the celebrity.
hey,
I always call
listen,
him a celebrity.
hey, listen, hey man, I'm listening to Dirt Show. I listened to Sean's show, and Sean and I told Hunter and them about this. I don't know, a few
Sean is
weeks
a
ago.
wild motherfucker, man.
Sean is
Hell
crazy
yeah,
as
bro.
listen, man.
Punk
When
ass,
Sean
bitch ass
say,
pony.
"Hey, dude, I'm look," a lot of times I'm listening to a show. I'm doing work here, right? Sean said, "And you pawnies, you know what to do. Hit the motherfucking dislike button and get the fuck out of here. You
Yeah.
soft motherfuckers." Hey man, I had to get up. Man, my stomach was
Yo.
cramping. I was fucking dying. Dude, hey man, that joke, I couldn't work no more. I kept thinking about what the fuck he just said. So man, I mean, and it was so funny, you know, he have a foreign accent. So his show the other day, I quoted him, and I spelled soft with no T, just soft
Oh
with
shit.
all F's, and it was just the funniest shit, man. I think about this shit all the time. But I had and this is what I'm talking about. Like Dirt, I love Dude's show,
Oh
but I
yeah,
just
man.
disagree with them on this instance.
Motherfucker.
He said the Xbox generation
Oh yeah.
was so much a failure,
Dirt
and I'm
know how I
like,
feel about that. When he had me
Oh
on
so
my
his show,
God!
I had to
You
correct
got
him
to
on
look at
that shit.
TK.
so
TK got a video talking about Xbox One generation.
Yup, facts.
Love
so
that
I
Facts.
motherfucking
so
video. You
Facts.
got to check that
so
out.
So I wanted to say this to Dirk, but it's too much. This is too much text. I feel like I was back in college and doing my final graduating paper because this bitch would be about 35 pages type, right? So
God
I'm
damn.
like,
God
nah,
damn.
it's just too much. So so I thought about this so much, and this is outside the topic because dude, I
We
like
know
these
goddamn
guys. I
topic
like
in this.
Sean and Dirk, okay,
Yeah, facts.
but
Facts.
I just didn't like him
Y'all gotta
saying the
send me Sean
Xbox.
shit. Cause I want
Dude, hey,
I want to
100.
grab I need to get his ass on this motherfucking
Hey,
show because I won't even
100,
say that. I will
100,
I need
dude.
I'll copyright that
Hey,
motherfucker
Oh
for
damn,
him.
hey,
underwhelming. That's kind of
I will
hey,
bad
Underwhelming.
co-
too, man.
hey, it,
I will copyright that shit for him.
hey,
I'll
man, let me
get me
tell you
some
something.
money.
Hey, the number,
I'm a debonair. This motherfucker being a
hey,
coordinator. Shit.
hey, listen,
Ordinary boy.
the top three things in YouTube to me is 100's first show on State of Play. Nothing is gonna beat that. And then
I
is
don't even remember
Sean.
that. I don't
Hey,
remember that.
dude, that shit is the greatest show ever.
I don't. I
Then
actually went back. No,
Then
I don't
Sean's
remember.
ass saying having that statement that's gonna stick with me forever. And then this the video
That
I
was a
just saw
cold
the
ass
other
statement.
day, the gas dude that did that show about Colin. Okay, that was wicked. That I mean, it was the funniest shit
Yo,
I've ever
that
seen on
was
YouTube.
funny as
Dude,
hell.
I could not
Yeah.
take it. So anyway, but back to Dirt talking about the Xbox One generation was a failure. Let me tell you about the Xbox One division and what an enormous success it was. Okay.
The half a trillion dollar
Damn,
division.
Vodka, why can you not let me set your shit up? You did this shit. And I'm about like well, somebody said, give them their roses. I'm about to
Well, tell him to
endorse
shut the fuck up.
Vodka over here. He just blurted it out. 100. I couldn't stop him. You know,
You
sometimes
tell me to
Vodka.
shut the fuck up all the time.
Hey man, look.
Here
So
we go.
so so
Here we
back to
go.
the Xbox One division. Let's talk about the Xbox One division and what happened here. Okay. Everybody wants to downplay 2013, and people want to back up and say, and they want to fast forward to here and say Microsoft had to do
Mhm.
Game Pass because nobody was buying their games. Hey, in 2013, Microsoft was trying to allow you to buy one game and share it with 9 friends. We
Yep.
forgot
Right.
that shit, right?
Yep.
But you want to
Right.
downplay that shit, but I haven't forgotten this shit. So then people want to say how powerless the Xbox One was. Oh, it was underpowered. Okay,
Nigga
let's run
Brad's
with
on the
that.
wrong.
Hey,
No,
hey,
it wasn't.
no,
No, it wasn't.
let's no. Hey, hold on. Let's compare comparables. Forza,
Go ahead.
Forza Motorsport 5 released at 1080p, 60 frames per second, locked. What did Drive Club release at 1080p, 30, with 12 cars on track? And once you leave the starting block, you never saw more than 2 or 3 cars on screen. Okay. The PlayStation never had a racing game that was 1080p, 60 frames per second, ever. Okay. During the
That's the thing.
whole entire
Well,
generation.
he said, as Zeke, Dirk Greedy saying this the second half of the generation. He said it was
And still,
underwhelming. But I gotta
nah.
say this: you got
It
that
wasn't.
addictive
Go ahead.
ass
Go ahead.
Hey,
State of Decay
Baka.
2. State of Decay
Baka.
Yeah.
2 is all I
Hey,
gotta
my
say.
Hey,
partner tonight.
Baka,
Bro,
I'll get
fuck
him. Hey,
that. Not
Baka,
even just
Baka.
State
Tonight.
of Decay
Hey,
2,
Baka,
bro.
let
They
me,
act like
hey, I
Gears.
got him.
Like,
I got it.
Oh
I
well,
got it. I
Gears,
got
that's
it. Let
something
me,
else. That
let
make
me,
me scared of ray tracing
hey,
Let
let
him
me, let
go.
me get
Let
on
to
him
the
him.
go.
Xbox
Let
on the
him
One
go.
X.
He's flowing. Let him go.
I'll get him. I'll get back there. So we
Let him
start
go.
there though, because everybody likes to reference 2013. Let's keep it going.
Smell
Everybody
like the
said,
slow
hey,
walking.
everybody wanted to say, hey, Microsoft wasn't being funded. How was that? Who spends $2.4 billion on a fucking indie game? But I
They
thought you
talking about
said they
because
weren't
they like
supported.
to harp on that fucking Terry Myerson.
Hey, hold no, I'm getting to him. So then you want to say, well, Satya came in and saved the day. Satya can't spell games. Okay. He don't, that's not his
Damn.
realm. All right. It's not. What
You
you
can't talk about
do
my boy Satya
when
like that.
when you will
I think he
see,
the one that said, "Yeah, he
I'm
want
hold on.
exclusives."
Hey, Baka,
Let him
Baka,
preach. He preaching.
I'm about
It's
to
Sunday
introduce
night,
you,
y'all
Baka.
time. It's Sunday night. It's 12 o'clock. It ain't
I'm
Sunday night
about
in
to,
LA, but it's Sunday
I'm
night in the East Coast. Let him
in New
preach.
East Coast. I'm about to introduce Vodka here in a second. Okay, so everybody want to say what a failure the Xbox One is. Okay, how about this? You say
Man,
that
he only won.
they were about to fail, right? How do you go from them about to sell off the division, okay, to becoming a $500 billion company within Microsoft? How does this happen? So you try and tell me that they didn't have shit in 2017. Okay, so in 4 years, they turned into a $500 billion company that's worth more than whole Sony and all of Nintendo and then some. How does this happen?
they,
Okay, it was one constant. They got Terry, and this happens. And I said that you didn't hear this, TK, but I said this on the show before.
mhm.
And in corporations, there are it's like in any organization, or in any, if you play football, basketball, whatever
I
sport,
played
it's
basketball.
okay. I play basketball, and it's always that one kid that's trying to go tell the coach, hey, other Zink is over here. He didn't go to study hall today. Okay, but little does he know, hey man, accounting was kicking other Zink's ass in college. Other Zink is at the accounting lab.
I don't want to break you off, but Dirk said he want to explain himself to you. Do I
He-
mind? You mind him getting the link?
Yo, yeah,
Please bring him in
hell
here.
yeah, bring Dirt, my boy. He a
Please,
celebrity. He a
man,
celebrity.
Dirk is the shit.
Look, hey,
I don't
Dirt
have
wrong
nothing
as
against
fuck
him. Bring
about
that
this.
motherfucker in
Look,
here.
Dirt wrong as fuck about this. And hold on, I saw my baby was in the chat. Foxy K9.
Well,
Let me give a shout out to my baby. Love
well,
you, baby.
well, I think the main thing. Well, one,
I'm just I'm just
I
Let's
asking
think
hear
that
questions.
let's
I
hear
don't
what
want to
Live
put
got to say.
nobody feeling undercuts
I
because
think
this is
Bring him in.
I
No,
I
bring
don't.
him in. Go ahead, live.
Bring him
Bring him in
in.
while
yeah.
live go ahead and say
My,
what he going to say. Go ahead,
Live,
live.
go ahead, Live.
my view of this is the Xbox have the game success that they had
I'm
in the
about to think. I'm
360.
about to send
No,
you a link.
No,
right? They did. They
no.
didn't. Did they have great
I
games?
I would
Yes. They still
you
had
know
good
what?
games,
I would
but they didn't.
actually argue that too because it like it depends on what you're trying to look
Hey,
like.
hold
Well,
on, TK.
well,
Hey,
yeah.
TK, hold on. Hey,
Even,
Live,
but
Live. Let me say
even with
something.
that. even with that,
Hey,
what I'm
this
saying
ain't gonna
is,
be the
if
multiplayer, so
you look
y'all
at all
gotta
the
be
games that
respectful
Xbox
with
had in
12 other
360
motherfuckers.
and Xbox One, the
Yeah,
shit
I'm a
was very
motherfucker myself.
the ebbs and flows were very similar. Because at
Hey,
the
hey,
end of the gen for the
I
360, that
sent
shit
you. I
wasn't
sent you the
no
link, Dirt.
amazing thing over there.
No, you
hey,
can't say the
live. Hey,
Xbox One
TK.
still won't amazing like
Hey,
the
hey,
end of
hey,
the gen.
TK. Hold on a second, man. I
All right.
apologize for
Oh no, you
interrupting
good,
you
bro.
again.
You good.
Hey, dude, let me tell you something. I
You
got your
fine.
back. Let's go get him. Cause I say the
This
same fucking
motherfucker
thing.
reading from the
The
Ball of
Xbox.
Phoenix, right?
Hey,
God
The book
hey,
of
damn.
Adam
hey,
Phoenix right
hey,
now.
hey, TK. This
Yo,
motherfucker TK. Hey, TK,
yo.
talk your shit.
Shit.
Cause I agree. Hey, man, the Xbox One generation is the greatest generation of all time. Okay.
It was
Go, hey, you say what you have to say, TK. I got your
I mean,
back. Hold on. Hey, hold on, y'all. Hey, TK, I'm putting this bag on the table. I got
alright,
all my
alright.
shit in it.
You got
Soon
your
as,
shit.
hey, I got your back. My shit, bro. I'm looking at it. Just like
Alright.
when,
But I
hey,
didn't keep up with it.
Flip Money
Yeah.
saved my life one day. Flip Money saved my
Well,
life. Hey, I
I'll
didn't
tell
know
you
what was
this for
happening.
sure. I'll tell you this for sure. When they write the book on this shit is gonna be epic with the Xbox One.
Oh
Because
yeah,
you
Gonna be
talking
fact.
about
great.
you went from the bottom, everybody shitting on it. Even when they had good
No,
games,
I
they was
sent you
Yep.
the
shitting on
link.
them,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
What'd you
then you
Mm-hmm.
say?
go
Like the
going
first
to the
three
top
years.
because everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, people like you can't get
No, I'm gonna let
Xbox
you.
Series
No,
X without had going
no.
through the
He
shit
said
that
he
you
won't.
had to deal with Xbox One with the media and the ponies and all that shit. Like
And
Facts.
that
they
shit
was
didn't.
killing us.
Facts.
If that
So
shit
Dirk
Facts.
didn't
saying that you
happen,
gonna let him
you're not
explain.
gonna get quick resume and freaking
Yeah.
smart
Nope.
delivery and all that
let me
shit.
ask
The
you.
Xbox Series,
Live stole
yeah,
all your shit, Vodka. I was gonna
Hey,
say.
hang on,
I,
hang
I,
on.
I
Stall out,
want. I
stall out,
want.
stall out,
all right, go ahead,
stall
bro.
this shit out.
Go ahead,
Dirk
go ahead.
said he want to. Can would he
Yeah,
when he
yeah, go
come
ahead.
in?
Let him
Can
him.
he
No, bring
explain?
him
Yeah, let him
in.
talk.
Bring him in.
Yeah, bring
You
him
let
I
him.
in.
said we'll
Yeah,
let him. I'm not saying I ain't said shit to half the fucking night.
Motherfucker, you paid all the
well,
money for this
motherfucker,
all this
you
damn
said.
StreamYard shit.
Listen,
Damn.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
hold,
what
hey,
I
hold
paid.
on.
hold up,
Hold on. Hey,
You just said
100.
this nigga yes like 10 minutes ago. Bring him
Hey,
Motherfucker,
in.
make
What the
me
fuck
take
is
another
wrong with
Yeah,
you?
fucking drink
yeah,
of this
yeah,
vodka
hey,
yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Send Dirk that
hey,
Absolutely.
invite.
hey,
Send Dirk
Yo,
that
stop,
invite.
hey, let me say something
All
real
right,
stop
quick.
hang
tricking.
on,
This
hang
guy
Hey,
on,
let
need
me.
a drink.
hang on.
Hey,
Hang on. This what we finna do.
That's how
Hang
you
on.
know you drink and
This
keep
is
on
what
saying
we
hang on.
finna do. No, we finna do this. Shut up. No, I'm actually being
This
cordial
broke
right
ass nigga.
now.
no, man, bring him in. He's
He's
good,
in.
dude.
I'm finna bring
He's
him
good.
right now.
Yeah, ain't
Right
nobody
That
now.
to
dude
bring
is
him
You
back.
good.
And
racist
Dirk
motherfuckers
talking
in
about
this
Hey,
some
I
motherfucker
want
Xbox
breaking
him.
Yeah,
shit.
stuff.
man. It's okay.
Dirk
Hey,
gotta
he
be
act like he
good.
about to bring in Brat or something.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
shit like he
There you
bringing
go.
in his boy
There
Chris.
you go.
He bringing in his boy Chris
There you
Hart in
go.
this
Nah,
motherfucker.
How?
y'all know. Y'all
Bring
know
him
I
in.
bleed
One of the
green,
disciples
cuz.
of
Y'all
Xbox
know
right
I
now.
Go ahead. Go
bleed
ahead. Go ahead.
green.
Hey,
Let's do
is
his thing.
this
Go ahead. Go
Dirt?
ahead. Go ahead.
That's
For
Dirk.
That's
Yeah,
sure.
Dirk
that's
Hey,
right
hey, hey,
there.
that's
Dirt.
a celeb.
Hey,
That's
Dirt.
a
I
celeb.
don't know.
Hey, hold on one second. I have to answer Emmanuel A1 right here. Okay. And then we'll get on Dirt. Emmanuel A1, and of course, y'all know how much I like this dude. I told you what he did for me. All right, he said Kinect was corrupting the Xbox 360
Shit, I still
and the
respect
Xbox
that.
One. Hold on, let me
No.
get him on in here. And he said that's when things started going left.
Yeah.
When it went away, things went right. Here's let me tell you about the Kinect. Okay, that's totally wrong. The Kinect is the still to this day is the number one selling peripheral ever. Okay, I wish they'd never have gone away from it.
You know how
And
much pussy I got thanks to the Connect, nigga?
hey,
You
I'm
got
glad.
pussy.
Hey, you know what?
Hey,
Y'all,
I ain't even
y'all
know
better
about that one.
Yo,
hey, y'all need to
pansexual
keep
nigga.
y'all need to
Hey,
keep TK9 away from me when we on this show. We
Hey,
agree too much on shit. Okay.
hey,
Now I'm gonna tell you
hey,
something
That's
about
why I
that
had to bring
Connect.
his ass on.
Hey, listen. This is hold on. This is how wealth is built. And Dirt, this is one of the things I'm gonna get you on. This is how wealth is built. This is how so much wealth is built. You can buy a Zenimax. Not a Bethesda, but a Zenimax. Why,
Yes.
Dr. Vodka? Because
Yes.
the Xbox division has its own fucking money. Let's get
yeah,
to the Connect. Okay. The
come on,
Connect was
come
so
on.
successful. All right.
Mhm.
You can buy a new Connect right now. It's a Connect 3.0. That bitch $4,500, no, $3,500. Doctors use it to perform surgery. That's how great it is. Okay.
That's what they used to go into the children's hospital. I had to go.
Y'all get muted. Let
This
them
Hey,
is
talk.
true.
Y'all
hey,
This is
get
true.
muted.
This is
that's what
true.
happened.
Y'all let
Okay,
them
All right.
talk.
so
Hey,
I
Let
wanted
them
to
talk.
just answer
Let
Vodka
them talk.
right there.
Yeah,
But
let them talk.
now,
Y'all
Dirt.
get muted.
Now,
Let them
hey,
talk.
Dirt, go explain yourself, Dirt.
yeah, but let me explain
They
myself.
all get everybody get muted.
I'm
I'm
gonna need
muting
y'all to give me a
everybody.
couple minutes to explain myself.
No, no,
First off,
I'm muting everybody. Myself.
okay. I never said the Xbox One was a failure, my man. I never said no shit like that. What I said clearly. Now, first of all, y'all know I bleed green, bro. This ain't no, I ain't no flip flopping dude. I am an Xbox dude through and through. What I was saying is that games wise, the second half of last generation was underwhelming. Let me explain. First party games wise, 2017, I first started my YouTube channel. Nigga, they had no games, no first party games in 2017 except for Forza Motorsport 7. First party. And it was light, but I never stopped loving Xbox. 2018, you know, they had Gears. Oh no, 2018. What they have? Oh, they had Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2. Cool. 2019 they had Gears 5 and Forza. No, I'm sorry, 2018 they had Forza Horizon 4. So all I'm saying is the second half of last generation, the first party games wasn't that great. That's all I said. I never said they was a failure. No, I ain't never said no shit like that. Now, if you really want to talk about what happened, Emmanuel was right, bro. I listen, the Kinect is a hell of a technology. I love the first Kinect. Even the second one was cool. But what Emmanuel was saying, the end, bro, the end of the Xbox 360 generation, excuse me, they focus way too much on the Kinect. Just watch E3 2012, watch E3 2010 to 2012. It was nothing but Kinect shit, bro. That's all I'm saying. That it was so bad. We know in 2014, bro, is articles. Look it up. Xbox, I mean, Microsoft was about to get rid of Xbox, man. They was about to. It took Phil Spencer to go ahead and convince Satya Nadella to keep Xbox around. And you see what happened when he kept them around. He convinced him, yo, Xbox needs to be a big part of Microsoft. And you see what changed. It went from having no games in 2017, only 4 or 5
Hey,
studios,
can you
to
hear me?
23.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me, Dirt?
yeah,
Okay,
I can hear you.
let me answer one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not true.
What's not true?
That they were getting rid of the Xbox
Bro, it's
division.
articles on it,
Hold
fam.
on, hey, Dirt.
No, but those
I'm a
articles are
double.
written off rumors, though.
Hey, Dirt. Let me explain this to you. I don't need them. I'm a double business major. Like I told Live Wires how much I love math. My math can't fuck with his. Okay, he's a physics major. I can't fuck with that. I'm a double business major, business administration, business minor, business marketing with a minor in economics. Okay, all while playing basketball. I don't need Ryan McCaffrey to write an article. I don't need Dustin Legary to write an article. I don't need that stupid ass Jason Schreier with his no game plan ass to tell me shit. Okay, I know Microsoft. I know how they operate. Okay, what happened there, and I read the article finally about 8 months ago where all of this shit came from. And what journalists do, they are taught, they are educated to pick a side, start an argument, and when they say a quote, they'll say their shit underneath the quote. Like I said earlier before you came on, there's no way. Here's what you don't know. Halo is worth more than all of that ZeniMax acquisition. Halo, the Halo period, is worth $10 billion. You don't throw away that. I don't care how big your corporation is. That's why Bonnie Ross was allowed the leeway to try and salvage Halo, though Bungie left. She said, hey, let me build a team. Okay. Now, when they said, hey, all of that was going on, you had two camps there at Microsoft. A camp that Terry Myerson ran because no one could hear Phil Spencer. Okay. But what a real boss does, they bring you in, and all of us heard the story of when they pitched the Xbox to Seamus Blackley and his boys pitched the Xbox to Ballmer and Gates, and they pounded the shit out of them. And what they do at a corporation like Microsoft and Apple, they will beat your ass. Because if they give you money to do this cockamamie idea you came up with, this shit better work. Okay, it better work. That's why they grilled them to death. Ed Fries, he told all of us how shameful he felt when Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer beat the hell out of him. That's what they do. See, Terry Myerson was speaking for Phil Spencer, and Terry Myerson was that freaking ass rat in a corner that ruins your team. All right. He was feeding, when they're at the big table, the table that counts, Terry Myerson is speaking for the Xbox division. So finally, this is that conversation of Phil Spencer when he finally got a chance to talk to Satya Nadella, and I'm going to prove my point here. When he finally got a chance to speak his piece, I don't know how big your family was. My family is pretty big. But when you finally get a chance to tell Ma and Daddy what actually happened, now you know the probability back then, we didn't have Department of Children and Family Services to save our black ass back then. Hey, dude, we had to cut our own switch from a rubber tree. You know those flexible switches that you got your ass whooped with. Because if that switch broke, you were going to go cut the right switch and get your ass whooped again, or you get your ass whooped the first time. Okay, the right way. So Satya Nadella was listening to Terry Myerson tell this lie. So finally, when Phil Spencer got a chance to talk to him, what ultimately happened? Terry Myerson got fired. Satya went back to Phil said, hey, all of that money that Terry Myerson is telling you that he has, that didn't come from their part of the games division. That came from us over here at the Xbox division. And Satya's like, really? And
So
I'll
we're not
bet my life
disagreeing
on
right
it.
now. Then we're not disagreeing right now.
But what I'm telling you is, it was misinformation that started all of this shit. Because if you're saying you're going to
Okay.
get rid of something, then that means that situation is not profitable. And like Dr. Vaca and us, we hear it all of the time in the chats and podcasts saying, Microsoft is just throwing around money. They just throwing around all of this money, right? Because they supporting their little video game. Hey, Microsoft, the Xbox division have their own money. They have their own money. Okay, they don't. And here, okay, let me further stipulate exactly what I'm saying. Their own money. When you are profitable as a division within a massive corporation, all of your profits go to the corporation. Okay.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
when you ask for something, then the CFO is gonna look and say, okay, let's see what they're bringing into the company. Let's see what they're bringing into the pool. Okay. And when you see what they're bringing into the pool, then you say, oh shit, yeah, we'll give you that $500 million you're requesting, so you can create an engine for your one game Halo Infinite. We'll give it to you because you can afford it, because your Halo game and its books, its freaking toys, they're worth $10 billion. So yeah, we'll spend the money on that.
Hey, can I
Okay.
cut you off for a second, bro?
Go ahead.
Wait a second. Listen, I just want to come on to talk to you guys for a quick second. You know, it's over midnight. It's past midnight where I'm at. I just wanted to say that Mr. 100 is a legend in this community, bro. Live wires, all you guys, I appreciate what you're doing. TK9,
He
hey,
fucks with this show too.
if it's a rookie of the year, TK9 got that shit. He said,
Yeah,
my
he be
man be
working.
talking that shit. But look, what all I wanted to say was I never said, now, like, let me say this before I leave. I never said Xbox One was a failure. I never said that.
Okay.
And it wasn't a failure. But all I was
Okay.
saying, I was strictly talking about the first party. That's all I was talking about. The second half
Yeah.
of the deal. 'Cause
There
the
we go.
first,
We still talking about the first. You
listen,
want me to keep going?
bro.
Wait,
Let
other
me
thing,
finish,
can I
man,
go
bro.
after? Let me go after, so I can, because I think this is the biggest issue I think we have right here. We got to tell the truth. Was it as good as it should have been? No, but a lot of times luck comes into play with that shit. No different than in sports, bro. You got the best team in the world. Brooklyn Nets was supposed to win the championship, but everybody got hurt. Microsoft was supposed to have a great lineup, but fucking Scalebound got fucking canceled because motherfuckers ain't platinum ain't do their job.
Right.
Let me fuck
And
with
Right.
Brooklyn Nets. I
and
need to see
and
them in
shit.
the
And
Whatever the
finals.
reason. Yeah, you're
but
right, Live
but,
Rams.
and this is one of the
Fuck
main
the
things.
Brooklyn.
This is why Xbox did what they did. People, Colin can cry himself a motherfucking river to
Right.
sleep all
Right.
all he goddamn want. But the problem was Microsoft did not own the studios that was making their games.
Absolutely.
So when you
I agree.
when you do not own the studios that are making your games, you
Absolutely.
cannot control your future. You are behest
And you get
at
no
the
sequels.
yes, you have no sequels, and you're basically held, at the whim of whatever that studio is able to do. But when
Correct.
you have your own studios, you're able to dictate your future. And that is why PlayStation fanboys are afraid, because now Microsoft is no longer held at
Mm-hmm.
gunpoint by these other studios.
Hey,
They determine what
hey,
and
Livewise.
where and when and
Can I ask
how
Hey,
the
Live.
future
They've never
of
can I ask
their.
seen
one,
an
can I ask
Xbox with
one question?
Microsoft fully behind them like this.
Yeah,
Where
but
That's
they
can
what
I
I'm
ask
and,
one
saying.
and you
But
question?
see what's happening.
but
But can I ask one question?
wait, let me finish. And Dirt, you were right, because the same shit that happened to, like, 360 got lucky as shit,
Mhm.
because a lot of the shit that they got rights to, it just hit. It was just hit. And
Yeah.
sometimes,
They
guess
had the
what that
market share.
was? You know what that reminds me of, the 360's win?
What's
Golden
that?
State Warriors. Everybody
Or
else got hurt.
Villanova.
Everybody else got hurt, and they just kept on hitting down shots. That's what it is.
Hey, Live.
And
Hey,
that
yo,
was the
let me
same
say this
thing for
before I leave.
Hey,
PS4
hey,
did.
hey, Dirt. Hold on. Let me interrupt you real quick. I'm gonna tell you something, dude. And I'm as real as they come. Don't think that I don't like you or your show. I don't want you to think that for 1 second. I love your shit. All right. So don't. This is clean
No,
stuff
bro, this
between
good.
you and I.
This
Don't
that's
think
But you
that.
said
discussion,
come
bro.
on Monday.
Okay. All
Constructive
right.
You
criticism.
said come on to
All right.
Monday. I'll be at the job and shit.
All right, go ahead,
Oh yeah.
boy.
No.
What you
I'll
So
be
say?
at
listen,
the
what
job and
Live
shit.
Wire?
I'm gonna talk.
I'm
Yo,
sorry.
your
Go ahead,
shit
bro.
come
It's your
on too
show, man. It's your
goddamn
show.
early. You got like 30 shows and shit now. Your shit be going on too early and shit. You know what I'm
Who,
saying? I
me?
be at the office on Mondays and shit. They don't allow me
Oh, I
to
only
leave
got one
after
show,
5.
bro. I only got one show.
No, you do another show. Don't you do another show on
Oh
Friday?
no, like that's my
Oh,
homie. That's my other
That's
homie.
Sean.
that's
That's
Oh
Sean,
yeah.
that's
That's my
Sean.
boy Sean. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I don't
Look.
know. See, I don't know because
Similar
I took
crew,
my
different day.
Yeah.
people don't
Okay.
understand. I'm off
And
the
the
grid. Like I
Hey,
and
don't
the
let me.
thing is, hundred
you ain't
grid
you
dirt
ain't
dirt to do
you
an
ain't
offshoot show than
no,
his
but I
main
know
show,
I
and so
no
will Sean.
Dirt me and Dirt been friends on Xbox Live for about 5 years and I didn't know who Dirt was. 'Cause he ain't coming
Yeah.
to the party.
Yeah.
Me and Dirt been in the party 5 years.
Yeah.
I
We
looked
been,
at
bro. Listen, man.
Hey
Listen.
Dirt,
Everybody
hey
hear
Dirt,
this.
you
Look.
should have heard us cussing out 100 because he was saying, "Hey, should I let him on the show?" We were like, "Hell yeah!"
No, see,
We don't have no problem
I
with
bleed
you
green. Now
at
listen,
all.
I can see if I was a pony because I got a strict rule for WBG.
no,
No
but I know
ponies
what you're
allowed
doing. I
on the
know what
panel,
you're
bro.
doing.
You
I
I
know
know.
what
heard that.
you're doing on your show.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I don't
'cause
want to
ponies
Monday
are
is
what, illogical creatures.
well. I know what you're doing. And my show is just throw up game. We game banging. We just throw up shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what it. No, like I said, I've been
He
knowing.
wanted to game
I remember
bangers.
when I hit up Dirt. I hit up Dirt. Dirt was like, man, I done followed you for up 10 years. You finally saying something?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I did. No, I did.
Look, bro.
I
All it
don't
is.
know
Look, I'm gonna
nobody.
say
'Cause
this. I'm gonna say this. Y'all know, bro. I am an Xbox guy through and through, man. Ain't no bullshit, ain't no fake shit
Man, you
about
ain't gotta
me.
worry
I'm
about
an
that. We
Xbox
ain't going
guy
that.
for real. But I just
Man.
felt, like any of your favorite teams. You can say your favorite sports team, like 100. You can say like the Lakers was underwhelming last year, whether it was injuries or whatever reason, right? They was underwhelming last season. But look, they got Melo, they got a healthy Anthony Davis, and they're ready to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? So all I was saying was the Xbox
Still
One
got to see
generation
Brooklyn though.
wasn't well, same thing with Brooklyn. I mean, but all I was saying is the Xbox One generation wasn't their best. That's all I was. I never said it was a failure.
And I say it was their best.
Hang on.
But see,
You
that's
think so?
subjective. That's your opinion.
I don't.
That's your opinion.
That's your
And that's
opinion.
just your opinion.
But I didn't
That's all.
I didn't. You see, people already know I didn't come at nothing. That was your opinion.
Man.
Hey, Live Wires was right when he said there's always a little luck involved with the 360. Even though the 360 was a beast, they had a little luck because the PS3 messed up at the beginning of that generation.
They messed up their whole. That cell processor was a mess up.
PS3 had flop after
PS4 had a
flop
little
after
luck too
flop.
because Xbox One messed up at the beginning of their generation. There's always something, you know what I'm saying?
The Xbox One didn't mess up at the beginning of their generation.
The decisions they made rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, bro.
Okay, y'all
Here's
I will
the.
give you that.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I
Hold
will give you
on.
that. I
Let
will
me say
give
something.
you that.
Oh, my fault. I'll let you go.
Hold on. I would give you that. I
Go
would
ahead,
say
go ahead.
that some of the stuff that they have done, they had messed up. But entirely, everything was not their fault.
But
They slipped on one thing,
I
and
would
the
say that
media,
in the
I
media-
always
But Sony
say,
I
took
would give you
advantage
the
of it,
media.
Flip.
No, the media.
listen,
The media is the main thing for that though.
Xbox
Absolutely.
whooped PlayStation ass last generation.
Hey, hold on a second. Hey, hold on. Let TK go because I got TK's back. Let's go.
All right. Let me just say this. One, if you was probably on YouTube and you do this console wars and shit like that, that's why a lot of people look at it. That's why a lot of people look at it like Xbox lost, right? Because like they might have been losing the YouTube social media bragging rights, right? Now, like how I said, I come from Twitch, right? On Twitch, I got 1.7K followers like that, right? Because it's a different type of world, right? Twitch is different from YouTube. YouTube is different from Twitch, right? So if you go on Twitch and you look up like something like God of War, like it's the end all be all, like
Greatest game ever.
1.7 million
AI.
followers, right? But then something like Sea of Thieves that on YouTube, social media would make fun of is at like 2.8 million. Right.
Yep.
So when people on YouTube talk about like, well, Xbox ain't have this banger or Xbox didn't have this, it's like, my nigga, if you look at like what people are actually playing, they're actually playing more of Xbox shit. But yeah, of course, if you on YouTube and you're looking at people say taking screenshots of Aloy and screenshots of Kratos, and they're like, yeah, look at this. This why I ain't got no fucking Xbox. It don't matter. It's a bunch of people still playing that shit. It's a whole different world. You can be on YouTube and you can be this person who's Mr. Popular, right? And then you come to Twitch and nobody knows you. Right?
Yeah. Nobody knows
like,
who the fuck
so
you are.
it's a completely different world when you end up just taking a step back and looking at everything. Xbox low key destroyed PlayStation.
Hey, TK, let me jump in, man. I hate it.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Listen, I've been and when people love to say Sony is the market leader. How are you the market leader when your counterpart is worth $500 billion by itself?
I think
and
that
you're
means
only worth
box that the casuals get. That's what I think.
No,
right?
hey, you cannot
the
take.
360 was the market leader, right? That was the casual box.
Hey, but Dirt, you can't take one component of an entire business and say you won.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
I asked you one question. Why?
What up, Sensei? My fault.
Not saying you or anybody else. Why y'all using the
Metacritic?
The Metacritic. That shit is dog shit.
Oh man.
Here, let me tell you. Hey, Dirt. Here. Let me say this.
Okay,
go ahead.
I asked you the question, like if that's
go ahead.
Hit your channel or something. But I don't like to hear
we
that.
We just play a game with the Metacritic. We play a game called Guessing the Metacritic, just for fun and talking shit. I don't.
Okay, I get that part. I get that part. But here, check it.
I'm talking about your own personal videos. I listen to you, Dirt. I'll listen to you.
Yeah. I
Oh
I
yeah,
appreciate
he
listen.
you.
joke around with
But
that
when
shit.
I
He joke
sit,
around.
then when I hear Metacritic, why Xbox guys got to use Metacritic? We don't need Metacritic.
And here,
Wow.
what the reason I don't like
That's all
Metacritic
I'm
and
saying.
why we all don't. We heard what Colin Moriarty said. Colin Moriarty came from IGN. Greg Miller came from IGN. I knew they were Sony ponies way back then. And IGN has they're weighted like 3 or 5 times higher than somebody else on Metacritic. So they're what they say carries more weight. So these are the people that's voting on Metacritic and causes this score. And who the hell said Death Stranding is a Game of the Year candidate? That
Death Stranding
game
was dog
ain't
shit, bro.
shit.
Yeah,
And
that was a
this
bad game,
bullshit,
dog.
this is Metacritic ain't shit. Okay, and this
Vodka, you gotta
Jason
use your own
Schreier,
mic.
Jason Schreier don't even have a damn gamer score. He ain't shit. And this dude is writing for Bloomberg. I watched Bloomberg all through my college life. Hey,
Yo, you know
Bloomberg
what
is
Death
down
Stranding
because
is?
of
Death
that.
Stranding is dry pussy, dog. That'd be
I
like a
bought
nigga
that
telling
shit.
you,
Bro,
telling you,
hey.
yo, he'd be like trying to convince you dry pussy is the best pussy you ever had. Yo, you gotta get some of that
Nah.
dry
Yeah,
pussy,
Yeah,
man.
nah.
that
Get you
dry
chafing
pussy,
it
it'll
up.
pull all the skin off your dick.
That shit hurt.
Fuck out of here.
But
Death
that's
So
what they
Stranding
like I
dog.
trying to
said,
do. That's what ponies try to do. They try to be like, man, maybe I should get
and
some
I'm,
dry
I'm,
pussy.
I'm,
Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, what
Like,
y'all niggas
man.
I
on?
heard
Like, stop
people
it.
thought that me and Dirk got issues with each other. I have no issue with
Issues.
Dirk.
None.
Yeah,
What?
I got told that
Zero.
a
Hey
couple of
yo,
weeks ago.
Dirt low
No,
key.
I
bro.
He's
have
like one of
nothing
the
with
Bone,
no
coolest
bone.
issue
dudes
with
I
Hold on,
Dirk.
fucking
hold on, Dirty.
met. Like
With Dirk,
like
I
I
on
don't
got
this
it.
have
This
no
is
YouTube
what it
issue
shit.
is.
with
This is
Dirk.
what it is. Hey, Bone, it's that liquor talking, man. Stop drinking while you're on the podcast.
Yeah,
That shit make you
Issues.
No,
tipsy.
I
no,
ain't
I
never
had
heard
no,
no
I
shit
had
like
no,
that,
I
Yeah.
bro.
had people tell me
Oh
that.
man,
yeah.
see,
No, I had
please,
people
Hey,
yo,
tell me.
Flip.
I
that's
had
that
people
How
liquor,
many
tell me
times
I
that
dog.
have
nigga
like,
say, "Hang on"? You know that nigga drunk.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
you talking
Hang
about
on,
hang
hang
on,
on,
hang
hang on.
on.
people be
Hey yo,
That
telling
I'm
me
nigga
about to
that.
like
get out of
this.
here though,
He
man.
like
Hey,
hang
Oh,
Dirk.
all
on.
right, Dirt,
Hey,
bro.
Dirk.
Hey, yo,
Hey, Dirk.
yo.
But seriously, dude, Other Zinc is a fan of yours.
I
True.
appreciate you, bro. I'll
Okay.
be seeing you in the chat, man. I appreciate you,
Yeah.
man.
All
Yo, who
right.
the
Hey, yo,
fuck
y'all
ain't
keep
a
doing
fan
y'all
of
thing.
Dirt? Who the fuck
Hey,
ain't a fan of Dirt, bro?
I don't know.
come on, TK. Hey,
Hey man,
hey, yo, I'm gonna tell
Right?
y'all though, right quick. I appreciate all you guys. Hey, yo, Livewise, I was listening to you, bro. You was talking in that little weird voice and shit, the little squeaky voice and shit. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell
Don't
you
bring
guys
that
right
up.
quick.
Do not bring that up.
I'm
Lala
gonna
got
tell.
somebody.
yo,
Yep.
nah, man, because
We
Big
got
Kahuna
a
gonna
homie.
come in the
Hey,
We
chat
got
Big
a
later talking
Kahuna,
about,
homie
oh my
that's
god,
mad. We got a homie that's mad about that. Big Kahuna mad that he really don't sound like that. I don't know what's going on with that.
Big
But he
Kahuna.
really
Hey man,
mad
I
about
talk to
that.
him all the
Big
time,
Kahuna.
man.
Hey,
Big
we
Kahuna
was in there.
is
We
the
was in
homie,
there
bro.
with
I'm telling you, when I
Kahuna
first
tonight.
found this community back in probably 2013, I found BGST. That was
Mm-hmm.
my go-to show back
Yep.
then.
It sound like
100.
everybody was.
Livewise, Kid Smooth, all you
yeah,
guys.
pretty
Because,
much,
back then in 2014, it wasn't nothing but Xbox hate on the internet, bro. So,
yeah, that
Oh
shit
my
was
those
goodness.
crazy,
Xbox
It's
bro.
channels was my
crazy.
go-tos, man. So, I appreciate you guys. And TK9, you the future, bro.
Yo,
That
Hey,
appreciate
motherfucker
that,
is
bro.
TK the
that nigga
shit.
crazy.
Yeah,
hey,
Appreciate
he is.
that.
hey,
Yeah, he is.
TK9 the
He
man,
is,
bro.
man.
So,
Yeah, TK9.
You
Yeah.
know
Pop
what?
me on your goddamn show. I'll be an hour
You
late
know,
though.
you
Oh
know
yeah,
what it
bet,
is
bro.
with PK now is we it's finally like we really as the Xbox community need somebody like that. We make
hell
no
Yep.
yeah.
Hell
mistake.
Talk that shit.
yeah,
PlayStation
appreciate
is
that.
still dominant on the internet. They are.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like
They
with
kick
this
my ass.
generation now, like with Colin with the jerk and jerk, what it is that people like them, you can't go on with this bullshit narrative no more. You're not with IGN. IGN is not even backing you up with this bullshit narrative. They already see the roadmap of what's going on with the Xbox. So it's like now, as we men, Bone was talking about it earlier. I said, well, Digital Foundry can't talk shit no more. Why? Because as you said before, everybody got this pixel counting fucking shit on their
Mm-hmm.
goddamn
Yeah.
computer that can read
Yeah.
that shit. So now
Yo,
they don't have a primary source to go to spill bullshit. They've been caught too many times with all these bullshit about these games. I get what y'all saying, but let's be honest. The PlayStation 4 did not have a lot of fucking 60 frame or
Mm-mm.
1080p games.
They
They
didn't have
did not.
any.
Nope, not even close.
Exactly.
Like hardly
Right.
had
I get it.
multiplayer.
I understand. Right. I get that though. But personally of their own, they didn't have as many as they would have as Microsoft. This is one thing that I had looked up, and me and Bone and Lawyer had talked about it in a party, whatever. Also, is Bach. I don't know why Bach has still got his mic mute. I told you he got clicked to go and unmute himself. But what it is that the PlayStation 1 did not have no exclusive. I looked it up. I checked it. Yes, PlayStation 1 did not have no exclusive from Sony. They was all third party that came from Nintendo, Sega, Atari, so forth and so forth.
And that's part of that bullshit organic that they keep on talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, that organic shit.
Hold on. Guess how many games they had on the PlayStation 2? Only on
What, God of War?
They had a handful. Less than a fucking handful. So look at so dig out the move. Dig the move. How is it that Microsoft have almost, if not more, exclusive on their platform from the OG Xbox all the way up to now than Sony have from the PlayStation 1 all the way up to the PlayStation 5? Why is that? Sony been lying and they've been giving y'all that smoking bullshit mirror. They don't have as many exclusives that people keep thinking that they have. But guess who do? Microsoft.
Yeah, but
damn it, Flip, you gonna have them ponies showing the Royal Order of the Pegasus showing up at your door like the motherfucking death.
They won't come over here.
Hold up, y'all. Let Dirk get his exit out, yo. Let Dirk get his exit out, y'all.
Let Dirk.
All right, yo, I'm about to get out here, man. Thank you guys for letting me rock. But look, like what I said, bro, I bleed green.
He do.
I'm Xbox
We know.
through, bro.
We know.
Bullshit. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. But I just speak. Like we all have our opinions. I have my opinion about some things the Xbox did last generation. But all that shit they did last generation, what they went through. Look what the fuck they at right now, bro.
Facts.
And it's only getting bigger and better. That's all I'm saying.
You gotta go through pain sometimes.
Absolutely, you gotta get your ass whooped sometimes.
Hey, Dirk, and tell
the State of Decay still, I say, is a quadruple A game.
Hey,
damn. Hey, Dirk.
Yo.
Hey, Dirk, and tell Sean I said what's up, because his shit funny as hell, boy.
Man, Sean is a fool.
That motherfucker is something else.
Like
Hey, Dirk.
And that pony you got from China is a motherfucker.
Hold on. Hey, Dirk, before you leave, bro, you still be having them cheap water bottles.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm about to drink one right now.
Y'all don't get
All right. Y'all take care, man.
All right, peace, man.
Hey,
All right, later. Yep.
All right, Dirk. Hey, Baga, he got to get the Majorian glass.
Y'all get the Majorian clap right there.
But the thing I would say is with that organic shit, them ponies can go to hell with that, because the main thing is garbage. Cats always running with, well, why can't Xbox do what PlayStation does and build organically? Well, guess what? Sometimes, nigga, you got to do what you do. If I got Shaq, I don't want him shooting jump shots. That nigga need to dunk on people.
Right.
He keep on dunking on people because he's Shaq. That's what Shaq do.
That's his
so
job.
You mad that Microsoft is Shaq and dunking on people? You be like, no, that's not fair. You got to shoot 3-pointers. Like what? What are we doing?
Facts, yo. But
this is the only thing I wanted to ask about tonight. How many of y'all motherfuckers got into the Xbox cloud? Because I was playing multiplayer. I was playing Destiny like a motherfucker. Like
on the cloud?
Destiny?
I was playing
Destiny?
I was playing Destiny.
Destiny?
I was playing Destiny too. And I don't play Destiny.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Destiny. I'm straight Halo.
That's too much of a damn grind.
What do you call it?
This motherfucker Flip.
Hey, one more second. Hey, is this Tsunami on here?
I said Destiny. I'm about to say what? Huh?
Yeah, he did say that shit. He dissed it. He dissed it. He put some diss in it.
But now I played that motherfucking game, and that motherfucker ran good as a motherfucker.
Hey, is this Tsunami on the show?
Really good on the motherfucker ass.
You can play
Tsunami.
Who is that on the show? Who?
Punisher?
I've been playing these fucking games.
Oh, Punisher. Okay.
Yeah, that's the normal.
Okay.
He's a regular.
Yeah, I've been
okay.
Regular podcast.
He's a regular.
Okay.
Watch out for him. He dangerous.
Okay. I like
I've been
him too.
playing all
Yeah.
these cloud games. Ain't nobody talking about it. So why? Rich sucking a cucumber USA
Oh
ain't
Lord
talking about
Jesus.
Oh, bro. That's what I
Mm.
see, bro. Like
it?
They
it's
Why
thought
y'all
that
ain't
they thought the
talking about
cloud didn't work, and it does. And the
it?
cloud works.
And I play this motherfucker.
Shit, the cloud works on Halo 5.
Hey, the cloud works on Gears Horde. It's where the enemy AI comes from. Something that Sony exclusives are immune to. They have horrible AI.
I've never, I've
Terrible
never
AI.
got
Remember,
one
Hey,
like.
hey,
just
they
have
say
them
that
show you great
Destiny
AI.
has to be 30, and it had to be 30 frames per second because they said it was too much stuff on the screen. When Halo 5 on the motherfucking firefight has way more shit going on, and they're able to do that at 4K 60, the
Hey
cloud is
man.
real, my friend.
Come on, Flip. Let's sing it.
That's from shit. I got to read from the book of Avery Johnson.
so
It's
y'all
real.
It's
y'all
all there.
so y'all like the
Oh
like I
yeah.
mean me, I haven't
Yeah.
really done too much
No.
cloud gaming on the Xbox,
Oh,
on the
you ain't
Xbox.
Yes,
played
you
it? No.
did.
Oh
Like
no.
You
no,
just
like I
didn't
mean
know it.
Get play. I
what
put it this way.
When
no,
the
no, no.
XCloud
Or
stream,
Like
that's what he's talking
You
I
ain't
about.
mean
play
I'm
you
not
ain't play Halo
hold on,
Firefighter
hold on.
Gears Horde mode?
no. Like I haven't played them on the cloud. Of course of course I played
No.
them, but I ain't
Yeah,
I
But
they're
ain't
that's
using
what
the
I'm
cloud
saying.
though.
Like
They're
every
using the
time I
cloud still.
play, yeah, they use cloud. They use a combination of the cloud technology, their cloud AI with the horde mode enemies.
Oh, I got you. I
Yeah,
got
that's why you have to be hooked up to the servers in order to play horde.
you. Right. Okay, I
Yeah,
got you. I got
there
you.
you go.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the cloud gonna eventually take off. I got like the Luna shit. So I tried Luna gaming and stuff like that. That works
Luna.
decently. Yeah,
Uh,
Luna, the Amazon Luna.
A
Like,
part of a TK part of Dr. Vaca's theory and his correct verbiage of the
oh, let me hear
Xbox
this.
division, the Xbox division being worth uh, a $500 billion. That cloud technology, other companies use cloud tech also. It's
Oh yeah.
whole racing teams in Europe, Formula One teams, they use cloud tech. They use cloud tech to reconfigure buildings that were, historically blown up 400 years ago.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
you learning.
Look, look.
What
I
And
happened to
with
always
Lyle?
the
trust. I always feel like Xbox is ahead of the game anyway. Like
all the time.
Microsoft, I mean, people don't like the Connect. Well, some people don't like the Connect. I fucking loved it. I
Loved it,
fucking loved it.
loved it.
And
Let,
I
let,
Wait a
wish,
minute. Wait.
hey,
I wish.
hey, TK. Let,
Hmm?
let, let
this
me let,
motherfucker
let me
said it's
correct the.
Sensei's top thoughts.
He
This
said,
motherfucker
Let me
Sensei.
let me correct a lot of people on what happened with the Connect, the first Connect. Let
uh,
me correct
Yeah,
everybody because a lot
Game
of people
Industry
had a
Insider Philip
misconception of the
Monet
Connect.
right here. Flip Money right here. Game
The,
Industry
the
yo,
Insider.
problem,
You
let
hearing it right
the
here.
problem,
hold up
it,
before.
it wasn't.
Let me just say this. I got so much pussy off the Connect. I love that shit.
I heard you the first
So
time you
right.
said that.
You know what? I don't think I can top that one. No, this is what
Damn.
Oh,
I'm
damn, he got
saying.
Flip can't touch it.
Damn.
That's what I hear about
Yo,
that one,
I don't
Jimmy.
know what to say. Hold on, I don't know what to say. They will tell you if you listen to the podcast when I be doing my shit, you be like, this nigga is crazy.
That,
Listen here.
that's
The problem, the
we gonna
problem with people don't understand with the Connect
we
was
gonna
not
we
the
gonna
not the
talk
second one,
we
but the
gonna talk
first
in
one.
privately, but
The Connect
we can
itself.
talk about. Shut up for a minute.
Let me
Why you
quiet,
tell
bro.
somebody
Listen
to tell
here.
me shut up?
Oh,
The
It's
problem with the
flip.
first,
It's
the,
flip
the
section
problem
now.
with
Right
the
now, you over here
you
telling
don't
me
go
to
ahead
shut
with that
up.
oh,
shit, nigga. You already about to fuck my whole train of thought up. The problem with the
oh,
first Connect was that the Connect was too advanced for the 360. A lot of people don't know that. That's why it worked so well in the medical field. That same Connect that was on the first one worked it very well with the medical field because it was too powerful for the goddamn the 360 when they made that shit. All that scanning and shit. It could do all the shit that it said it could, but the 360 could not run that shit. That was just one of the problems with it. That's why
Damn,
that
I
what was that
forgot.
game that
But
me and
no, but
Malibu
no.
had?
But it did work. And
yeah,
I
it
want to
did
correct
work.
myself.
No, no, no,
I
And
want to
no,
correct.
no, no. It
I,
worked. It worked, but it was still too powerful for the 360. The
and they
360
used
really
the
couldn't handle that.
360's power.
All right.
It,
Yeah,
Finally.
it
I was
couldn't
like,
really
damn, Bone,
use
you
it
was
like the
sleeping.
way it was supposed to. like it was intended for. You really like
Yeah, but
what was the game Peter Molyneux had with Milo and all that
yeah,
shit?
but he
Milo was
went
never going to
overboard.
work.
He
It
went
was
overboard. But I'm
because
gonna tell you something, Flip.
the
But
360
Flip,
couldn't handle it.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Now I wanna make a correction. I said I loved it. I didn't love it. My daughter loved it. I had 11 games. 10 of them worked perfectly. And the reason I didn't like it
Right.
is because when her friend came over to spend the night, man, those two play and not, they had to play on my TV. So I was in the garage,
This
while they played
motherfucker.
Kinect games. They love that shit. And
Yeah,
every game is not for you. I do not like Sea of Thieves, but everybody
You
else
gonna get on that
does.
motherfucking boat with me and Flip, motherfucker. Shit.
Everybody
TK ass is coming too. We gonna show your ass what the fuck is
Everybody
going on
loves that
Sea of
shit.
Thieves.
They love that shit. And when
Fuck that
people
shit.
say when people say that Xbox didn't have any games, they forgot about Sea of Thieves, Pirates of the Caribbean that came out right behind the 17th iteration of Ratchet and Clank. People forget about Flight Simulator. Hey dude, I love Flight Simulator.
oh yeah,
Okay?
motherfucker, I got the flight stick.
I love oh shit, see, I might get that shit. I
Yo,
love
Hey,
that game, dude.
hey, Zink.
I say
You
this
know
though.
about the you know about Flight Simulator is using petabytes,
Petabyte, dude.
not terabytes, petabytes.
Petabyte.
That's a million
Out of
gigs
here.
right here. So it goes into millions of
No
gigs
vodka,
Man,
when
this
it's
is
no
a
loaded.
No,
vodka,
hey
it's a
dude.
no
thousand years.
vodka. Hold on, vodka. No, it's user isolineal chips.
That's
That's what it is.
Microsoft is starting to do that
Isolineal chips.
isolinear chips from Star Trek. Yeah, they making
They
those
actually watch Star Trek and use an isolinear chip. You know how
because
much information that thing can hold
Flip is a
if they
secret
actually.
Microsoft employee.
I don't know about that, but what I will say this though to listen to y'all. I will say
He
this.
said, man,
Listen, I would say that you all of y'all have your good point on with the Xbox and the Xbox One generation did. Me myself, I still believe the Xbox One is more powerful than the PlayStation 4, and I will tell you this how.
Of course it was.
The Xbox One had 3 operating systems. How many operating systems the PlayStation have?
It
One.
don't matter. That shit
The
couldn't do
Xbox system, the
1080p
Xbox
60.
system had to right. The Xbox One system had to account for every variable, and everything that was going on in the system itself. Sony couldn't even, to this day, the PlayStation 4 couldn't even do half the thing that the base model Xbox One was doing. Even I would
Hey,
say this on
hey,
record,
Flip.
the
Hey,
PlayStation Pro couldn't even do half the
no, it
thing
sure
that the
couldn't.
Xbox
It
One
couldn't do
was
nothing.
doing
Hey,
because the
and check
Xbox One
this
had
out, Flip.
3 operating systems.
Hey, Flip, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna make it even simpler. And I know TK have his own reason why Xbox One was a good generation. Hey, you know how what people are talking about today? Oh, I can't live without 60 frames. The Xbox One X gave us
Fact,
60 frames, big
fact,
mm,
time,
fact.
in a
mm,
bigger way.
Halo
mm,
So
5,
mm.
Halo
right,
5,
so
like, yup,
Gears
yup.
4. So what you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You over here tripping, talking about, oh, I can't live without 60 frames. Oh, now finally that a PlayStation could give us 60. Now you won't open your fucking mouth, Rand.
See, and see, that's my thing, bruh. That's my thing because it's like I feel like last generation for like what Dirt was talking about. I feel like the people who was repping Xbox, not everybody, but
Right.
I think the people who was like being watched, like people was listening to, wasn't
Yep.
doing a good enough job taking up for Xbox. They was letting PlayStation niggas
Yep.
make these content creators feel bad about the system that they
Yep.
was, like repping and shit.
Yep.
Because yo, like Xbox, they really had some fucking good shit. Like they
Yes.
really had some good shit, man. It's just crazy how like when I listen, all the time I was on Twitch, I always knew about the console wars, right? Like, but I never knew the console wars was as big as they are on like YouTube and social media like that. Because on Twitch, you just gaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you throw little, you throw little jabs here and there and shit like that. But overall,
Mm-hmm.
you're just
Right.
gaming. PlayStation
Right.
people, they have a good, like, on social media, I see they have a good way of making Xbox gamers feel like they shit is shit until they get
Yes.
it. When Xbox had achievements, PlayStation niggas was acting like achievements was the lamest shit and all of that.
Yes.
They get trophies, and it's pretty much like they live and die by trophies now. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, it's
Yeah, that shit is the
always been
weirdest
like
shit
that.
ever.
It irritates me. And then I
And
think the
Oh,
PS5 has
hey
something like
TK.
uh-huh.
Hold on, TK.
Yo,
No, do not forget it. Let's talk about the biggest thing ever that Xbox did that they got mad. They wanted to kill that girl like you bitch the next year.
Oh
TV.
shit!
TV.
oh
They
yeah,
had fucking
yes,
TV.
bro. No, yo,
People got mad. The next year Sony did TV. That girl said on IDN, ain't that what y'all got on Xbox for? That the same motherfucker that like to use
bro.
the lotion jerk and his other buddy with the glasses and shit looked at that girl like you bitch. How dare
Yo,
you say that? They
go
actually
in,
want to
TK.
fuck that girl up.
no, he is so fucking right, man. Like, I remember for like with the Kinect, right? You know how like the Kinect they had the snap feature and all of that shit. Like you were
Yes.
saying,
I
you could
used to
see
watch a college football game and that snap shit
my,
and play a game.
my dude, let me tell you. So my girl who was in the chat earlier, we had kind of first met kind of around that time. I'm not 2013. It was like 2015 because the snap feature was still working around that time, right? Before they
Mm-hmm.
disabled it or whatever. And she had to go to Germany. She had to go to Germany for like 2 weeks or whatever. So what she would do, she was Skype call me or whatever. I would be able to snap the shit, still play like Killer Instincts or something like that.
Yep.
And then like you could have the TV, like you could be watching the TV all at the same time. And
Yep.
PlayStation people tried to make motherfuckers, why would I want to do this? Why would I want to do that?
Yep.
But they wanted that type of shit, right? Because
Mhm.
now
Talking shit, dog.
yo,
Talking
like it
shit.
kills me, bro. That shit legit
Talking
kills
shit,
me,
dog.
man. I swear,
Listen,
bro.
listen.
But
TK,
Yeah,
but
look
listen.
at
I
it on
think
active when they thought they was gonna
This
get
is the thing.
snap features for
Hold
the
on, y'all.
PS5.
Oh, listen, there's another thing that you can do with the Xbox that motherfuckers don't want to talk about. I was on
Fact.
Skype talking to my homie and my
Yup.
cousin playing
Yup.
video games. Playing
Yo,
fucking
facts.
video games. I
Facts.
can make the screen go
Facts.
up and make the screen go down. I was playing fucking game
Yep.
on that
And
shit.
flip,
While
hey,
we
flip
on
money.
Skype.
Hey, TK, flip over here talking all this shit. I was on there with them, with the with the podcast crew. I don't know, probably about a month ago. And Flip
You know
said,
what?
"No,
I'm about to get a
Flip
fucking
said you
joke
could."
because of that shit.
Flip said,
He gonna reward himself with cookies.
"Hey, man." Flip said, "No, Other Zinc, you could use your phone if we call you into the chat." I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, what? So these Joker Vodka always call me in, and I pushed a couple buttons, and they just came on my phone, and I'm like, y'all could hear me, and it was like, yeah, motherfucker, what's up? I'm like, what? I'm like, this shit actually. I'm on my phone talking to
Yo,
these Jokers
Hey
on an
Zink,
Xbox chat.
yo,
hey
The fuck
Zink,
out of here.
hey
yo.
Zink, fuck
Hey,
that,
Zink.
Zink, fuck that shit. When Flip came to me and was like, "Hey, guess what? I talked to my homie on fucking Facebook Live on my Xbox." And I was just like,
That's crazy.
Yup.
that motherfucking light bulb came in my head because the dream came true. I was
Mm.
always trying to be able to get on the fucking because where I have my game set up, it's like a Faraday cage. It's like because it's an extension to the house. So there's like for some reason in Pittsburgh they put like chicken wire in the drywall or whatever. So then it acts like a Faraday cage, so the Wi-Fi signal doesn't get in down here.
Okay.
So I always would try to see if, man, it'd be great if I could fucking get on fucking StreamYard with my motherfucking Xbox. And I always tried it, it never worked. Flip said that he got on fucking Facebook Live with his people on his Xbox. And I'm like, well,
Two
I'm not a
light bulb
Microsoft.
pop up.
I'm not a Microsoft employee like Flip Money online. But
Huh?
I
Wait a minute, what?
tried that. I said,
I
Flip,
don't remember that part.
let's try to see if we can go. I'm like, damn, Flip, what if we could get on StreamYard with that shit? This motherfucker start a
This
fucking
is true.
podcast. That motherfucker, we got on that motherfucker. That's why TK, I'm putting in your fucking chat. Fuck
Yo,
that. We did that motherfucking podcast. I'm on fucking Xbox Live right now.
yo.
Fucking Six Slayer was motherfucking giving us props on legal podcast, saying we were the first on the internet to fucking go live on a podcast on Xbox Live. What the fuck you
We even
talking
brought
about?
Stu
Xbox ain't
P
doing
on.
shit for you.
Yo, hell
We even
yeah.
brought Stu
Facts.
P on.
Facts.
What
We
the
even brought
fuck?
Stu P on. Stu P even showed his feet on that goddamn thing. Even though
Oh,
we ain't like that
Oh
shit. He
yeah,
still
you want to disrespect with the black
But I'm
man's
trying to
foot?
tell you, we wasn't trying to disrespect the black man foot, but we wasn't even trying to have a podcast. Like, no, dog. We
Black
just
man
like,
foot.
come on, Stu. This nigga want to show the black man foot from Jamaica. No. No, Stu P,
He
no.
said no.
Damn, dude. So what else you got, TK? What else you got?
Bro, see some of the stuff. See, so I got my podcast for Monday, so I gotta say some of my stuff for for my podcast. But
Hey, you know what? I saved that for this, but you just took the show over today, so
hey,
you
bro,
know.
look,
Both
hey,
of y'all motherfuckers, boy, y'all got them coming
Yeah,
around
that
more
joker
often.
just
That's what I
went
gotta
oh
say
yeah,
crazy.
for real.
definitely, yo, Vodka, my boy, man. Once I started seeing Vodka in the chat, bro, like we just hit it off, bro. So when he had hit me up, I think it was about like 2 weeks ago. He was asking me
Yeah.
about doing the podcast or whatever, and I was gonna do it last week with y'all, but then he had hit me up. He was like, like yo, it ain't happening this week or whatever. So when he hit me up today, I was like, oh yeah, bro, definitely, bro.
Well, I'm
Like,
glad he hit your ass up
Yeah,
because
cause
I ran
I
into
felt
some.
bad. I didn't check with you earlier this week and shit. Cause I was like, I didn't mean to like spring it on you or
oh yeah,
whatever.
nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I ran into some good people today, man, because E-Rocks and Ultimate went off today. I'm glad I ran into them. I'm glad I ran into you. And I'm gonna make this long story short, but we'll talk because we went too long. But what I had about Colin, and I was just gonna make this. We'll talk about. We're gonna bring this shit up again. But what I wanted to say about Colin was that, and like you said, you got to save something for Monday. I was saving this for 100, so I wouldn't put it in nobody's comment section.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what people don't understand about Microsoft and how powerful they are, and how they change things. And this is why they are a $2 trillion corporation. These jokers, okay, Colin is crying, and that's a good thing. And what the initiative did, by bringing on Crystal Dynamics, the initiative is the architect. They made this blueprint of this building. Then they hired the general contractor to come in and build this building off of their specs and specifications from their blueprint. And what companies, developers normally do, they'll hire random temp people to come in and say, hey, you code this, you code that, you do this, you do that. The construction company say, hey, you paint this part, you lay the bricks over here, you run the driveway, you run the street over here, you put the grass in, okay? They said, we're not going to hire any temp agency. We're going to get the entire group. Daryl Gallagher's like, hey, yo, you know what? I know these guys, so let's get Crystal Dynamics.
Wait a minute. Other thing. Can I add to
Go
that,
ahead.
please? It's more like this. Microsoft announced that the initiative was a quadruple A company.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't a AAA company
You
be
always,
their support staff?
you know what? You always you don't let me finish my shit, and you say they are
be on it, bro.
Hey, listen, listen, hey, Flip, Vodka and I do this shit all the time. We will say the same thing, hit send, and we're right after each other. And Vodka said, hey, stay out of my mind. That's exactly what I was alluding to.
Well,
Exactly what he said. That's exactly what they're doing. Hey man, they have the wherewithal to do it the right way.
This motherfucker said wherewithal. Wait a minute. He said they got the wherewithal. The wherewithal.
well, hey, like,
wherewithal.
like,
Do it the right way.
yeah, to do it the right way. And then people say, and then like people like, and I told y'all, I see, in order at TK, I feel this way. If you're gonna be on 100 show, you better come correct and give credit to where credit is due.
Facts.
Paris did a good job when he had his first stint with the Xbox division and he narrated their show. Okay. And I told the guys back then, I said, hey, he did a good job. But that's it. Because I got into it with Paris about 8 years ago when he started to turn pony on Gamer Tag Radio. We got into it.
Okay.
Okay. So I know how fake he is, right? So let's enter Paris. And when Crystal Dynamics was announced to work with the initiative, Paris said, "Oh, that's unusual. I don't understand this." All of these insiders talking about how they don't understand this. This is something unusual. They did this before. Turn 10 had drawn. They're the architect. They drew the blueprint for Forza Horizon. This wasn't Playground Games' idea that they, hey, Turn 10, we have an idea for a Forza Horizon. What do you think? No. Turn 10 interviewed other developers. They chose an entire studio of Playground Games.
I'd
Okay.
also got to interject that Undead Labs for State of Decay's sidearm update. They contracted Valkyrie Studios to do that.
Okay, and you see what I'm saying? I
Wow.
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
Hey,
ain't know
check it
that.
out. I didn't know that, but
Wow.
it stemmed from Ford to saying, hey, you know what? We're doing Forza Motorsport, but we have this vision. We don't have time to do this, but we can put a small group like the initiative over Playground Games, show them our engine, show them how it works, work with them, and now we build this. And since uh Vodka said that about that game, then they did the same thing with the Coalition. While Sony could have bought Gears from Epic, but they can't afford to buy fucking lunch because they broke as shit. I don't care what anybody say. They can't buy shit. So Phil said, you know what? We're
Said they
gonna
on free
buy.
lunch.
We're right. They getting free lunches. So we're gonna buy Gears from Epic, but we don't have a team. Hey, what about these guys over here that's making this bullshit saying Shanghai Studio, Shanghai whatever? Okay. Hey, Rod, you want to come make gears? Sure. Teach this group how to make gears. They bought a whole studio, taught them how to
Bruh,
make gears, and here we are today.
let me just say this.
Get in there, TK.
I just honestly want to give Coalition and 343 their props because I feel like they
Don't
get
get me
so much
started.
shit, bruh. They get so much shit and they do such a great fucking job, bruh. Especially Coalition. I really think Coalition like don't get the props that they deserve, bruh.
No, they
Like
don't.
they
Hey, so let's talk about your boy Rand, TK, that you love so
Hey, I
much.
wish
oh yeah.
Coalition would have made a fucking Deadpool cable game, but now they got Wolverines come out. I've said no, we ain't gonna be following nobody's footsteps.
Oh yeah,
Hey, hey,
no.
hey, Vodka, we gonna talk about TK's boy Rand.
That
And
motherfucker.
Oh shit!
and his and
With the ice cream cone, with the ice cream cone.
hey,
No.
and how now this is the second time Rand stuck his foot in his mouth. The first time Rand stuck his foot in his mouth about Gears was when Gears first came out. He'd had a video about how Gears didn't sell that well, and then I commend him for this. He came back about 2 months later with a video saying he was wrong and Gears sold really well. See, I heard Phil Spencer talk about how great Gears sold the first time, okay?
Yeah.
Because they sold that it was only the Ultimate Edition that got a chance to play it a weekend before launch. I think it was 3.5 million people bought the Ultimate Edition,
Yep, I
and they
got that
bought
bitch.
that before launch on Tuesday. And the following weekend, they sold another 4 million copies. And Phil Spencer's words was this. He said, I don't know why people bought the game. They could have just bought Game Pass. It's free in Game Pass. But they bought the game
Oh yeah,
to the
bro.
tune,
Ain't that some shit?
to
Bruh.
almost 8 million units in a fucking week. And so Enter
Ain't that
ran
some
to
shit?
Enter ran yesterday or whenever his show was. My boy told me where it was. So I listened to him. He said that, and this is what TK is talking about. He said that Gears, people just don't like Gears anymore. That's why everyone wants the coalition to make another game. Hey, stupid ass. When you are not successful, you do not support a game for 2 years and 8 operations of free DLC if you're not doing good, Rand.
Yeah,
Okay,
that shit don't
that's
make no sense.
don't make no sense at all,
Yeah.
does
Right.
it?
It does
The
not.
Nah.
fuck out of here.
No, it
You
don't
don't
make no
Nah.
sense.
support shit
Don't
just
make
for
no
the
sense.
fun of it. No, nah. See, I have a whole lot, but that's what you're talking about,
Yeah.
TK.
Facts. Facts.
When you're saying things like that, how and I, like I said this one time, and dealer quoted me, and this is true. It's true in business. Hey, this little social media part that we all a part of right here, it's only less than 5% of the actual buying
Facts.
consumers. That's all it
Facts.
Yeah.
is.
But
Facts.
We just have fun kicking it.
the thing that kills me is when you got people talking business that don't know shit about
Don't know
business.
shit.
Don't know a
Because this
goddamn thing, bro.
because this is the thing that kills me. Guess what? I mean, I would assume that most people that know money should know this. How much money are you going to make if you have $10 and leave it in your drawer for
You ain't
10
making shit.
years
You ain't
versus
making
somebody who
shit.
Oh
takes
my
$10
goodness.
and invests it in something? What doesn't
Thank
matter
you.
what it is,
Yep.
as long as it ain't something that depreciates faster than the dollar sitting in your drawer. Because regardless of the fact, money value depreciates. The $10 that it was a couple of years ago ain't the same value as it has today.
Nope.
You know what I
No.
Nope.
mean? So,
But they
Like,
And,
think it is though.
and,
They
and the
think it
fact
is
that
though,
these
Rob.
but the fact that these motherfuckers talk like they know shit and then worry about what
Excuse me.
Microsoft, like motherfucking Microsoft could throw away $1 billion only because they need to. It's
they
yeah.
burning a
yes,
hole in their pocket.
Yeah.
They
yes,
can't
Hey,
Yeah.
keep it
hey,
there.
Lyle, what did
yes.
you?
Otherwise,
Hey,
they're losing
Hold
hey.
on.
money.
Hold on. Lyle, break it down again. When you said when we were talking about Microsoft buying ZeniMax, you was like, no, ZeniMax is not worth 7.5 billion. Go ahead, Lyle, break it
No,
down. You were telling me about that
no,
shit.
ZeniMax is worth about three. Microsoft has enough money to throw away seven because at the end of the year, each big company has to spend a certain amount of money in order to make sure they're not losing money on the taxing. So you're gonna throw
Mm-hmm.
away extra dollars just because you be like, one, I can. I get to go to my man Todd and be like, yo, Todd, I got the hookup. He'd be like, well, man, you giving me three, we worth three. We'll take five. You know what? We homies, right? How about 7.5? He'd be like, shit. He'd
Right,
be like, don't sweat it.
right.
I gotta make it off of my taxes. You know what I mean? And that's why they were able to do the ZeniMax deal. They paid another 19 for some other shit, and they were about to throw more money out because they
Mhm.
have to get rid of the money. And when they can't do it that way, what else do they do? Charity, 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 charity.
Mm-hmm.
Because they gotta get rid of the money. You can't just otherwise the money just it gets all eaten up in taxes.
Right.
So why would they
And
why would they do that?
that's Bill Gates' boy Warren Buffett. Buffett, the number one wealth builder is deferring taxes. So you reinvest it and you don't have to pay taxes on that money. So when they make money, they reinvest in that shit. And when people say, "Oh, we don't make money off the console," yes, they do. They don't count it. They reinvest that shit. It's like, hey, we're gonna put this shit over here as we didn't make money on it. They just reinvest this shit.
Exactly.
This is small dollars. We're gonna
No,
reinvest this bits right here.
Tax
it's
write off
good to
like a
take a loss
motherfucker,
so
ain't
you
it?
don't have to pay it off in tax. So
You
you buy
damn
shit.
right.
Like, look, anybody who has a business, if you come out to the end of the year and you realize that you're not um having expenses, your expenses aren't high or as high as last year, they're gonna tax you for that shit. So you
Got
might
it.
want to go out and buy a TV, say it's for your business,
Yep.
buy something else and
Write
say it's
that
for your
bitch
business.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
otherwise you will have to pay for that shit in the end. It will
Hmm.
come out. You know what I mean? So, but you're talking about people that do podcasts that know little to nothing about
Nothing.
economics,
Hmm.
My
but
Yep.
then they want to get on the podcast Motherfucker barely graduated high school and
Oh
want
Mhm.
to
yeah,
talk to you
the
about
smartest
the
nigga now.
importance
Say it
The
Right,
again.
smartest
Microsoft's
nigga
Say
now.
it
money.
again.
The
right,
smartest
and
fucking money.
and just and TK, and just like I was saying, hey, when you come on this show, you got to keep it 100. It's like I went at Hogue Law one day. I do not. I had 1 year of business law. Okay, now I know my business. I know business law a little bit, but not like Hogue Law. But I caught Hogue Law doing saying some bullshit, and I called him out on it. And
Right.
he had to actually acknowledge me. Okay. And he had to work his way around trying to say why he said what he said.
Trying to
But I
save
knew
face.
that part, right. But I knew that part was wrong. But do I know what Hogue Law know? Hell no. I can't
Yeah.
fuck with that dude. But when you try and mix business and law, it's like, hey, you better watch it because I'm watching you, motherfucker. You know.
Yeah,
But I
no,
don't know
facts.
that law portion.
Like, hold on. One, let me say shout out to that boy Kima. I see he up in here. Yo,
Yo,
Kima
yeah.
cool. Yo,
Yeah,
so
he the
shout out
shit.
Kima. But it's like on my channel, right? Like I tell everybody, look, man, I'm a fucking gamer. Like like I game, right? I don't talk specs. I don't talk the GPU, the
Mm-hmm.
TTC, the
Mm-hmm.
ABCs, the 1 2 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm ever
Right.
like I talk what I know. That's why
Mm-hmm.
like on my channel is it like people can't really like be like, oh K9, we caught you saying this, okay. No, because I don't talk
Mm-hmm.
about that shit. I
Mm-hmm.
try to like I avoid rumors, I avoid all of that shit. Motherfucker, I'm a gamer.
Oh,
I'm
so
a
so what you trying to tell me is that you're not Jeff Grubb
oh
talking
yeah, hell
about
no.
talking
Hell no.
talking about
Uh,
Kojima. Kojima is
Yeah.
in the works with Microsoft and he's gonna sign a deal with Microsoft. Hey, Jeff
Yeah.
Grubb, where the fuck is it at?
You know what is it's
Chump
fucking
ass
crazy
nigga.
because a lot of people like
Think
boomstick and
everything
stuff
he
like
say
that.
is right. That dude,
they
man,
their
Jeff
podcasts
Grubb,
live and die off of shit like that, right? Like
fuck
any
out of here.
fucking rumor motherfucking comes out. Like it's like, oh shit, Phil Spencer's fucking Mariah Carey. Them niggas going, like that's
Yeah,
what
I believe it.
that's gonna be they shit. You know what I'm
Your
saying?
ass
Like
out of here.
How was
I,
it,
that
Phil?
shit.
That's all I'm
How
gonna
was
say,
it,
Phil.
Phil?
How was it?
Like how was
How was it,
it?
Phil? Did you
Yeah.
make you hit them high note? Ah, did you, Phil?
Right. but
motherfucker.
but sometimes like on my channel, right, it might be some dumbass story or some dumbass rumor that a lot of people is running with, and it'll be like I won't do nothing on my channel for 2 or 3 days because I'm playing games, right?
Hmm.
Like, and it's like it's some shit that I'm like, yo, why are we wasting our time with this shit? Because when you hear how they talk, like they be like, oh, we this hardcore, we this hardcore, but then
Hmm.
I look and I see what the fuck they be talking about. I'm like, my nigga, like I don't give 2 fucks about none of this shit right here, bro.
No,
Like I don't
no,
give 2 fucks about this
no,
shit. And they
no.
worry about it, and they worry about these other business pockets too fucking much. Like,
Right, dude, they're
bruh,
giving you
like,
Game
yo,
Pass,
yes.
and you're trying to figure out, like Ryan McCaffrey's stupid ass. He said, "Phil, how is Game Pass profitable?" Okay, I knew you were stupid.
Like, yeah,
Okay,
what the
yeah, yeah,
Why do you
fuck?
care?
yeah.
Why
You know,
do
you
you
worried
care,
about that.
Rylan?
You know, fuck
That's
you
like,
care about this
If
shit
I
that's
was
like,
for.
Phil, hold on. If I was Phil, this is what I would have did. I would have put up my phone and I would have been texting to Ron McCaffrey. Why do you care?
hey,
Yeah,
I
motherfucker.
just
don't
put
ask
your
me
own
that
ass.
shit
That's
again.
like
But
if you
why?
go to the
Who asked me
ABC
that
store
shit?
and your favorite bottle that's normally like $60 is on sale for 20. That's like you say, what? Why the fuck is this 20? Like,
Yeah,
what the
how
fuck?
are
Like,
you
what the
making
fuck?
money?
I don't
Hey,
think
Jim, how are you making money if I only give you 20? I usually give
motherfucker,
you
I
$70 for
don't
this
give a
shit.
fuck. Give me 6
You
of
know
those
what's
damn
funny?
things, nigga.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
right.
You
You
know
know
what's
what?
funny? You
Hey,
know what's funny? Hey, other thing, you know what's funny about that? Listen here. I don't listen here. If it's making money for me and my company, and I'm showing my ball the result and the income and all the money that we're getting from doing this, Ryan, the shaggy dude looking funny ass you and fucking Selma. Sit your ass down and stop asking me the dumb ass questions. You need to
yeah,
cut it the fuck out, Ryan. Don't
take these
don't act like I
residuals
don't
here.
remember that when you were talking shit about Xbox. Cause that motherfucker
Hmm.
used to talk shit about Xbox himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you worrying about somebody else's money. It's like now, like I came on the 100 show because it's just too much stuff to put in here, and I told them about how Game Pass make their money, and it's just like Netflix is in debt. They were using other people's products to make money,
Yup.
but they had to share the profits in the end. It's like Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a bad deal for Sony. They're getting mind share, but that mind share is not putting the money in your bank so you could buy ZeniMax. When Game Pass started, they started off the back of Gears, Forza, Halo,
Mhm.
Xbox Live, and on
Yep.
along the
State of
way,
Decay
they
2. State of Decay 2.
on along the way they picked up State of Decay, they picked up Azure, they picked up Sea of Thieves. All of these games, and this is what I told them: they make money after point of sale. They have recurring profits. Sony
Yep.
don't have a game with recurring profits. They don't. You only make money at sale. So
What
what
about Gran
Sony?
Turismo, the ultimate simulation driver?
Hey, if
Nobody
somebody
fucking
was
I
play
don't
playing
that.
play
it,
that.
if somebody was playing that shit, hey,
That shit
so
boring as
hey,
fuck.
it is. So here's Sony's reoccurring
But we got
revenue.
photo mode.
Sony makes you the same game that you bought last year in Ghost of Tsushima, charge you $10 extra or $70 so you could buy this shit again. That's what they
Bro.
did. They say, hey, you buy this
Let me
same
ask y'all
game that
fellas
we
something.
sold you
It's
last
like
year,
gonna need the
and we're gonna
rapper to
sell it
rap
same
Same
a,
shit
shit.
is
a,
lit
a
on that
Hey,
director's
same
bro,
game.
cut.
this is what I wanted to ask. Let me ask y'all this: how do y'all feel about Sony using the same engine in damn near every game that they make?
Every
Bro, I
fucking
I
game,
already
mean,
dude.
look. I
Well, they
already
use
like,
the
told
same
do
car.
people,
They
y'all
said
bro.
they can
is
use the
that a
same car
problem?
models in Gran Turismo.
Look,
Do
So you
y'all
got
think
Sony
the
that's a
same
games.
car
problem
And
or
Gran
models
what?
from
Turismo
Gran
7
Turismo,
with
the
DLC,
previous Gran
so
Turismo that they using.
Get them, TK.
Yeah.
Go and get them again.
Bro, no, I mean like so I had the PS4 and shit like that. Like the
Piece
games
of
I
shit.
enjoyed the games I enjoyed the most was Until Dawn and Uncharted 4. Those was Uncharted 4 and Uncharted Lost Legacy. I fuck with the Uncharted series because I'm a big Tomb Raider fan, right? So I like,
Hmm
like shit. I
Hey,
hope
but Tomb Raider ain't shit now because Crystal Dynamics is
Yo,
about to
let
go
me
in with
tell you,
Microsoft.
okay, so I remember, like, and I'm telling you, I fucking love the Tomb Raider series, bro. It's
Hmm
like that, Resident
Oh, this
Evil,
motherfucker
Halo,
was mad
Gears,
about that
like
cookbook.
my
That
nigga. Oh yeah, bro, I was mad as fuck about that fucking cookbook, bro. Like, yo, but I remember when fucking Rise of the Tomb Raider was a timed exclusive for Xbox, and
Man.
everybody was giving that game
Oh,
shit.
yes. Dogging it.
Everybody, Tomb Raider
everyone the shit.
trash.
Yep.
Tomb Raider ain't shit. Tomb Raider
It was
Yep.
is. Tomb
threatening the
Raider that.
actors.
And I'm thinking to myself, with like now, this is me not on YouTube. This was just me just gaming and seeing this shit, right? I'm like, God damn, why PlayStation niggas hate Tomb Raider all of a sudden? Like,
Yep.
I, I low key for a second when I first, and mind you, I was still, I've always been an Xbox person. When I found out Tomb Raider was a time exclusive for Xbox, I was like, damn. That's like a slap in the damn, like shit, like
Yeah.
because it's one of those series that, like me growing up, I was introduced to
Right.
Tomb Raider on
Right.
PlayStation. Now, at
Right.
that time, I didn't
I
know
was
that
on the
Tomb
Sega
Right. See,
Saturn.
You
I was
didn't
about
know,
to say that.
right,
I didn't
right.
know
You
it
was
was
on
other
yeah,
places. I
PC
didn't
first.
know that
And
that shit
Sony
was
did the
other
same thing
places
to
or
Sega. Yep.
whatever. Yeah, they did
Hmm
the same shit with Resident Evil. Resident Evil was on
Hmm
other
Yep.
like on another system too. It was on Sega too. But I didn't know that shit at the time. So me growing up, games like Tomb Raider and Resident Evil, I did associate with PlayStation, right? Like that was just
hmm
So when I saw how niggas was attacking Rise of the Tomb Raider, and they was
Killing it.
just like, yo, this game ain't gonna be shit. This game ain't gonna be. And I'm
Yep.
like, yo, damn. So I played it, loved it, right? And I just see
Right.
people talking about how bad it is, how bad it is, how bad it
Yep.
is. You fast forward now, everybody looks at Rise of the Tomb Raider like it was the best out of the whole fucking series,
Absolutely.
right? Like, but
Hmm
because it was an Xbox exclusive, they didn't give it the credit that it
Nope.
deserved then or whatever.
Nope.
Like,
Yep.
Shit.
It's
Ain't that a lot of games?
Yep,
yo,
that
oh
happened
The
a
yeah,
same
lot.
thing. The
facts,
same. The
facts.
same thing happened with the Dead Rising 3. They
Motherfucker,
Right.
asked. They
yo,
talked shit about
Rise,
that.
this nigga Destin,
Yep.
this
Lil Gary.
bitch ass
Rise on
nigga.
the
Look,
roll.
so I don't like this nigga because nigga, you worked for IGN, right?
Hey, but
And
Yep.
I
he
remember
came
it
back
was a
though.
couple of months ago. He's talking about, oh God, Rise on the Road was so underrated. I never played it. How the fuck
Yep.
did you work at IGN
And not
and
play
you
it.
never fucking played Rise on the Road? But
Fuck out
now
of
you
here.
all Xbox
But
because
wait a minute. How you know it's underrated if you never played it?
yo,
I
fat.
don't understand that.
That's what the fuck I'm saying. But
Because
look,
he knew his colleagues was dogging
yeah,
that shit out
yeah, they
because it
was
was only on
the
Xbox.
cool thing was the dog Xbox. So when he
Yep.
finally played it, he was talking about, oh, this game was so underrated
Yep.
because, oh my gosh, like this was my first time playing it, and you know, like, and I'm like, motherfucker,
But
how did you work at IGN? To me, you
Mhm.
have to like if you work at IGN, there's no reason why you did not play fucking Rise on the Rome. There's
Nope.
no reason.
Hey,
but
I was
see,
going to say
that's the
y'all,
any video
there's a thing
game
I gotta hype up on TK
news.
channel that he got. He made a video showing showing games he's talking about that died on PlayStation that was
Facts.
exclusive that went to PlayStation and died. All
Mm-hmm.
these different titles and shit. Y'all need to check that shit out.
yeah. But
For
Facts.
see,
real.
Facts.
the thing that happened back then is it was obvious to most Xbox fans that there was a serious agenda that
Mm-hmm.
for the first 2 to 3 years they were going to shit on anything that Xbox did,
Anything.
anything bad or perceived to be bad that Xbox did, they will fucking
Mhm.
overblow that shit. Anything perceived to be bad that Sony did, they will try to,
Yeah,
brush
downplay
that
that
shit
shit.
under the
Yep.
rug. Yeah, they downplay,
Turn it
brush
down
it
real
under the
quick.
rug, and they would hype up any game they had. Didn't matter what it was. It's coming to the PlayStation, bro. They was hyping up Iron Bread and Octodad, dog.
Yeah,
When
dog.
Xbox
Yeah.
had
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my
fucking
Oh
god.
yeah.
fucking Dead
Oh
Rising
yeah.
and Titanfall.
Mhm.
The Xbox had
Titanfall, bro.
Titanfall, and
Oh
they was
my
hyping up
god.
Octodad.
My
Yep.
Like,
nigga.
so you can't even tell me
My
that it was
nigga.
an agenda. No,
How
no,
the
no. I
fuck?
mean, like it was unique titles. We ain't never seen
How
nothing
the
like
fuck?
Octodad
Yo,
Yeah.
here's
before.
the
Get your
crazy thing,
bitch
right?
ass out of here.
Why? Okay, so niggas associate Titanfall with Xbox, even though Titanfall 2 end up being multiplat, right? Like
Yep.
they still
Where's the
Well,
associate
love
that
that game.
name Titanfall with Xbox. That's why people
Where,
don't fuck with
yes,
Titanfall
yes,
like
they
that,
do.
right? But then they made
Right.
Apex Legends, and everybody fucking love it, right? Like
Yeah. But
everybody fucking love it.
mm-hmm.
With Alan Wake, right? And niggas like with Quantum Break, it was like Control comes out
Trash.
and it's multiplat.
Game of
Oh,
the year.
game of the year. Game of the fucking year. Like,
Yep.
really, bruh? Like,
Yep.
really? Like, you
They
can't
had a
Yep.
make
fucking
this shit
trophy.
up. You can't make this shit
They
up.
Nope.
had a trophy.
Can't.
These,
They had
these,
a trophy with a
these motherfuckers,
PlayStation guy holding the controller.
yo, look, these motherfuckers suck the hell off of Insomniac, right? So you trying to tell me when Sunset Overdrive came out, they didn't want to fuck with it, but now they begging for
Yeah.
Insomniac to
Sunset
release
Overdrive
another
too.
Sunset Overdrive.
And,
It's
you know what?
crazy,
Yeah.
bruh.
Hey, TK, just like you brought up Sunset Overdrive, you shouldn't have done that. Everybody's jocking them about how great of a developer they are. I say, hey man, I remember they're the ones that made Resistance, okay? That bullshit. Yeah, shut everybody
Oh
the
yeah,
fuck up.
oh yeah, they sweep that shit underneath the
Other
rug,
than-
bro.
Yeah,
They
they
sweep that shit
forgot.
There
I
you
didn't
go.
forget
There
that
you go.
shit. Your dumb ass
That
up.
shit
Yeah.
flop. That shit flop. Resistance 1 and
Garbage.
2. Resistance
And they made 3 of
1
them.
and
The
2.
third one was some
And the
bullshit
third
too.
one, see, that's how you know it flopped because I don't even
Yeah.
remember the third one.
And look, for them niggas to be considered the fighting game system, them niggas still ain't got no first party fighting game for the PS4. They all they do
They
is
never
just get
will.
third party.
They
That's it. They
Yeah.
got
never
King
will.
of Fighters, they got
Never
Street
will.
Fighter, all
Hold
that.
on,
At
on,
least
TK.
Xbox got
Hey,
Killer
TK.
Instinct.
Hold on, wait, Flip. I got a question, TK, real quick, because now it sounds like he's some bullshit. You mean to tell me they didn't nurture a fighting game?
Boy,
Oh
Is
yup,
that
shit,
what
not
you're
man.
saying?
organic.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
about
no,
to say
yeah,
that.
not
I'm about to
organically.
say that.
Yeah, that shit ain't
I'm about to say
organic and
that.
shit.
That's not
That organic
organic.
I'm
low
about to say
free
that.
range.
Hey, look, they don't
I'm
Fuck
have
out of
say
their
here.
that. I
look, they
will
don't
say
have their
that.
killer instincts. No, they don't
Yeah,
have their killer instincts. They
ain't got
have
shit.
they
No,
have
no,
games
no,
like King
no,
of
TK.
Fighters. They have Street Fighter. That's not them.
Nope.
Like yeah. So where's they last fighting game that they actually made was I think that PlayStation All Star shit for PlayStation 3, right? So
Mega flop.
so mega flop,
No,
right? And,
TK, I got one. I'll do you better. I will do you
come on,
better.
come
Why the
on.
fuck did they have to? Why the hell did they have to use the Xbox to use a tournament for fucking Street Fighter? They had to Street Fighter.
I remember that
Don't forget,
shit.
Madden. Don't
They
forget
had
they
to
had to
use
do
the
that also
Xbox.
for Madden and FIFA also.
No,
Yep.
hold on. It goes there. Hold on. It get even better. It get even deeper than this. Why the fuck did they have to use the 360?
Yo,
Yeah.
Nobody
yeah,
talk about that. They had
Wow.
to use
I
it
don't
on
want
the
to hear that shit.
360. A previous console.
mm-hmm,
Let's
mm-hmm.
see.
Crazy. I'm like,
It's
hold on,
crazy,
what?
bro.
That doesn't make sense.
It's
Game
yo,
industry
I'm
is better
telling
flip
you,
money
bro.
online.
But you niggas out there on the PlayStation side talking about y'all waiting for greatness. Look like y'all still going to be waiting for greatness.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah,
gonna be
Another
waiting.
yeah.
3 goddamn year. For
That motherfucker.
another
Y'all gonna be
3
waiting.
fucking year. Y'all better listen here. Y'all better hope Sony
I
get their
thought it was
money
gonna be
up
lower than
and
that.
have enough money to make that goddamn big ass on PlayStation, that BBW PlayStation 5.
Oh, he said the BBW PlayStation.
Wow.
Boy.
Y'all better
Leave it at the flip.
Yeah, I mean,
TK,
but
you gonna put
you,
a BBW Harley Quinn on your damn PlayStation 5, nigga?
but see the
Hey yo,
the
I know how I
desperation
feel
is
about
real
Harley,
this
bro.
jumper
Yeah,
pony, bro.
Yeah, boy. Shit, I showed my daughter. I'm like, look at this
You right,
motherfucker. He got a
Al.
Harley Quinn PlayStation 4 and
Yeah.
shit.
bro, hell
You
yeah,
Nah,
right.
Harley
You
Quinn
right.
on every damn thing.
you know what it is, Flip? The desperation is real when you got PlayStation dudes out here hyping up 8K for the original
The
Super Mario Brothers.
Oh
Shit is
my
crazy.
god, bro.
Shit was-
I forgot about
Oh
that
my
shit.
god. I remember when they was talking
Vodka,
about
you know what I
the
gotta
fun.
do, Vodka? I
With the
gotta get
Joy
another
Flash,
cookie for
got
that one. I gotta get
Look,
another
oh, you gotta
cookie
get
for
a
that
cookie.
one.
look,
No,
Oh,
I gotta
look.
get
when
The
I
another.
see
funny
when
I
I
gotta
thing
see
get
is,
another
Digital
cookie.
Foundry put
I
that
gotta
shit
get
up, I
another
was like, burn,
cookie.
burn, burn,
my
burn, burn,
nigga, the funny thing is when they was when it first got mentioned, I think that's one of the games that got mentioned that it ran at 6K on the Xbox Series
Xbox.
X.
Yep.
And when they did that shit, I saw PlayStation niggas making fun of it. So these the type of games that y'all get, like blah 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 blah. But now it's just like because this shit runs 8K on the PlayStation, and these niggas don't even have a 8K fucking TV. Like,
Hey, TK, it doesn't.
Man, half these
The
niggas don't even have a
the
PS5, man.
the PS5 cannot, it's incapable of outputting 8K. It can't even do
Wait a
it.
minute, we gotta ask Punisher because Punisher has a PlayStation 5. Punisher.
It can't even
Man,
do it. And Digital Foundry tells you
No,
that.
hold on. Punisher. When the last time you played with your PlayStation 5?
Oh, you know what? To be honest with you, it's
look,
been about a month. It's been a minute.
been a
Oh,
minute.
fuck.
Look,
Turn it on,
look,
turn it right
Jay.
back off.
Hey, he
Turn
gonna
it
wait
on
till
and turn it right back off.
that exclusive
That shit
Punisher
gets
game
too
get
hot. I gotta turn
released.
it back off.
They gonna have that Punisher exclusive.
That's why we're
What?
playing something. Man. We're playing something. Get that license, man.
Hey,
Make that Punisher
TK,
game.
when is
Yeah, I take that.
what time is your show?
So we do ours Mondays at 9. Mondays at 9.
AM?
No,
PM.
PM. Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, hell no,
Yeah.
nigga,
Okay.
hell no. But no, 9 PM we do our show,
Okay.
and it's
I'm about to say,
cool,
you
man.
trying to
They're,
get your ass
Man,
they're
I'm gonna have
motherfucker.
to.
They're a wild bunch over there.
Oh yeah. Straight.
What's the name of the show? Is that it that Vodka put in the chat?
So like we don't really
That's his
do
channel.
nothing. Yeah. That's just the
The
channel. Like
channel?
we don't really like put the podcast name in the in the title or nothing. It's the TK9 Optimized podcast, but we don't really put the name in the shit. But
But I
yeah,
mean, how do you find it though?
nigga, just by my channel. Just by my
T that's
You
your
gonna see
channel,
Harley? You gonna see
TK9?
TK9
Harley? You
sorry
gonna see Harley
K9
with
OMG.
a
Yeah.
motherfucking green, with a green Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
In the right place.
It's saying we bashing ponies. Yeah, we live bashing ponies. Yeah, that's when you know you're in the right place, bro. Yeah, we got
Yo,
a wild bunch.
that
We got
shit
a
had me
wild bunch.
funny as hell. Well, it was funny as hell when he was on there arguing with that dude that was up there. Was like, man, this nigga ain't as sexy as me. And
Oh
the funny shit, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, yo, I don't know who this dude, some
Hey, yo,
Texas somebody, but I was like, yo,
Cowboy nigga.
and he kept on
Oh
playing.
damn, I missed that one.
He kept on playing that clip. He was like, Somebody might be a little gay.
Hey.
See, the thing that killed me, that got me, I had to let Flip listen to you and Nate when you was talking about Nathan reading that podcast. You was reading his tweets with that Nathan boy. Because Flip asked me like, why you gotta use the voice? I said that's his pony voice. This
Pony voice, nigga.
I remember that. I remember that.
boy, that motherfucker say he get his action games. He like to sit and watch. He like to turn it. He like to sit and watch and just enjoy the environment and turn it into a movie.
I don't even think he had a PlayStation 5. I don't think he had one.
Yeah, he did have a PlayStation. That motherfucker didn't have a PlayStation 5 illegal.
He said he'd rather watch PS5 YouTube videos than touch his PS4, bro. I couldn't make that shit up, bro.
Hold on, fellas. All right, people.
That's how you know homies don't care about gaming.
Hold on, we about to go ahead and cut this show off.
I don't know. They might want to keep this motherfucker going because this motherfucker is rolling. This motherfucker is rolling. I don't know what happened to Bone.
This show was the shit. And I'm glad I ran into somebody else.
Hey, yo, facts. Same here, bro.
Damn. Yeah, you gotta come into the party, yo. You gotta start coming to the parties for real.
Oh, yeah, bad, bro. Okay, yeah.
Hey, what's your name on Xbox, TK?
It's just Sorry K9 OMG, so just leave the TK.
Oh, that was it?
Yep.
Bone went to sleep, y'all. He must have went to sleep.
Okay.
He ain't answering his phone. Oh, hell. Look at that. I'm going to give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to everybody in the podcast for rocking out with us for so damn long. Don't worry about it. The show continue on and we ain't on here.
This nigga going in his. At least he. Yo, Flip, at least he turned the camera off. At least he turned the camera off. Otherwise, you see this motherfucker face down, drooling into a pillow.
Right. No, he had enough. So when he come back, he turn it off.
The 100 Proof Podcast, boy.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Vodka gonna get us out of here. Vodka, go ahead and get us on out of here.
Hey man, great show, guys.
Hey, do I get to do my little Jerry? Do I get to do my little Jerry Springer speech at the end?
Go
about
ahead.
being kind of others of yourself.
Vodka, go take us out of here. Go ahead, Vodka, go take us out of here. Go ahead, Vodka.
Yeah.
Shoot us out of here.
I like to say this. I appreciate everybody that came to show out in the chat. Y'all some of my favorite motherfuckers. Got fucking other Zinc to come out from fucking his work release. We got TK9 to make his motherfucking debut on the Xbox Has No Game podcast. Y'all better subscribe to this motherfucker and listen to this crazy ass podcast. This motherfucker's chat is hilarious. Let alone just his chat.
Facts.
And we also have Flip Money over there chilling in the fucking champagne room at the Purple Panther. We got Livewire game. We got Livewire over there chilling. Surprise! Hey, about to get into some chips.
I was about to be sitting on his little couch that he had over there.
The one with the lights on it.
Yeah, with the lights on it.
With the lights on it. Like you about to go with the Starfleet lights. Yo, you got Punisher done showed up.
Let's go.
Just tell you, I appreciate all you guys coming out. Thank you. And we gonna be on Xbox. If you can fit into the party, come on in.
Look, I just got one thing to say before I'm out, bro.
Knock on the door.
Look.
Go ahead.
The Kinect got me hella pussy, goddammit.
The quote of the night.
Yeah, it is.
I don't got nothing to say for that one. I don't got nothing.
No.
Listen, y'all want to rock out with us? If you want to rock out with us in a party, whatever, just hit us up. Let us know who y'all are or whatever, man. We got a lot of weirdos that be asking a lot of weird questions.
We can do that.
Even though since you into on comic books and Star Trek and video games, what type of boxes you wear. Well, I don't want to hear none of that weird shit or whatever, man. Just let us know what you wear. Come
That's a
rock out with us or
PlayStation nigga.
whatever.
That's a PlayStation.
You know what I mean? Might be. I
You
don't
said
know.
flex somebody wearing some Star Trek drawers and shit.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, do I got a PS5 draws on or some shit like that? I don't know what's going on. But make
What
sure you
we
follow my
got
man
with
PK
Jim
right
Ryan
there,
on him?
man. Yeah, all right,
Yo,
listen here,
fact,
man. Listen
fact.
here. And all I got to say is, y'all make sure y'all check out my man PK channel, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
TK, you know what
Definitely.
I'm saying?
bro.
He do a good job at what he does, man. The boy is hilarious. He's funny. We got to keep this Xbox strong shit going on. Fuck with
Fact.
these fucking analysts and these goddamn whoever the hell they want to call themselves. Media, video games, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. We are the gamer. We decide what we want to play on our console of choice. Fuck
Fact.
what they say. Your
Fact.
Xbox guy, continue on playing the console that you like. Don't let no one divert you or try to sidetrack you from anything that you're playing. The more you play the Xbox and the love you show for Microsoft, the better we get better games and stuff out there for Microsoft that we will get into our hands or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bone not here though, but we're gonna leave out of here and eventually he's gonna turn the screen
Everybody
off.
get this
The
motherfucker a
computer
Hell
channel
Cortana.
Xbox,
Hell
Aight.
Cortana.
which is a superior
Yeah.
console. If nobody
So right
keeps
now, I'm
saying
going to
nothing
send
else,
that. I'm gonna send everybody a request to hop in. Everybody know the routine, man. They know the routine, man. I keep my party
Not the
boxing. Sometimes
vodka,
I
just
don't want
like
to
on
hear
the
all that
damn
extra shit.
logo.
All right,
Okay,
I'm on.
guys.
I'm
everybody
online
in
this
line. That's
time.
my name.
I'm online this
What
time.
I'm saying.
I think. Am I
All
Right.
right.
online?
All right, y'all. Doses.
All
Yeah, you
right.
online.
Peace.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.
Let me call him back, man. Make sure he trying to cut the thing off.
Bone has to be
You know
going to
how
sleep real quick, huh?
Bo sleep. He was going to sleep in the beginning. If I don't get him, all right, we just all. Let me see. Bone pipe knocked the fuck out. Nigga knocked out.
It's like
Make
you
sure
watching
y'all
live
make sure y'all subscribe for my man Bone, man. I mean, we appreciate that, man. Well, at least I appreciate that. He's still asleep. All right, y'all. We're gonna holler at you live. Punisher, holler at you on the party.
All right.
All right.
Wait a minute.